are live.
Alright, hey everybody, welcome to #drunkengaming. I am Baron Von Quonk, and we are here on the next installment of Oh the Horror. As usual, we have Cactus, we have Todd, aka Jithcast, and of course our lovable Fluffication right here, aka Adam.
Hey, there's a menu over my face. Oh, there it goes.
It just pops up.
So that's what you get.
I was gonna laugh like that works for me.
Tonight I'm drinking Suavecito 37 by Isla Street Brewery.
Hold it in front of the camera better. Give them a little bit closer. A little bit closer.
I mean, if we give shout outs,
Oh
make
my
them
God,
good.
Okay, right there. Yeah. You got to learn how to display the product properly.
Well, I'm used to having...
Hollywood would be mad
Right,
at you.
but I'm used to having that computer
Do the Van
that
White
you
thing,
use that actually has the bright camera on it. So,
Do the Van
anyways,
Yeah, product placement.
and we have just completely fallen off the rails. All right, y'all. I'm going to hand you over to Fluffy, and we are going to get started.
All right.
We're on the middle of the ball, right? Right?
Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah, that's why you're so grossed up.
As always, check out the links in the info page. Thanks to RPG Ambient Sounds and Sword Coast. Oh my God, I forgot
You
that.
forgot.
Sword Coast Ambience.
I was just say.
Sword.
Wait, yeah.
Is it Sword Coast Ambience or
No,
Sword Coast
it's-
Records or Sword Coast Music?
God damn it, I don't know. It's
They're awesome guys. It's in the feed.
Yeah,
They're
it's on the
there's a link.
page.
Everything's down below.
yeah. And then we got Ro. There we go.
Hey, Rose in character now.
All right, so as a recap, last week, Ro, Karaka, and TNT managed to find the real Clancy and discovered that the one that they had killed was actually a lizard folk that had doppelgangered Clancy. Fun times.
I still don't trust Clancy.
Yeah. Clancy was able to determine what was needed for the future. Let's go something to drink up.
Well, it's like what I have to do, lift up the mask and everything.
We just need to get you a straw. But you have one.
Well, I don't want to cut a hole in this. Though.
They went to a crypt and took on two rat folk that were quite not in their right minds.
Shout out to Karaka for the way he smashed that last one in half.
For being the shield.
That was beautiful.
They solved a puzzle and found the Sun Orb, something that will help them in destroying the forces of darkness. Or so they hope. It has been about a day since that time, and Clancy has been hard at work looking through all of his books, trying to find a way to use the Sun Orb to defeat the darkness. And that is where we will start. So, after the first day, y'all are free to do whatever. If you want to do more research, if you want to do...
Yeah, I'll join Clancy in research.
Okay. If you do more research, learn more magic, or practice what you already know, or start working on different things, like your bombs or things like that. Clancy has said that he would help you in any endeavors that you needed, as long as it didn't interfere too much in his research. Captain Garouche has came and paid a visit just to make sure everything was copacetic. Y'all have not heard anything from Brother Vance at this time either. But y'all remember that guy. He never did give a name, did he?
No, but he's very pretty.
Yeah. You remember him offering an invitation
Yeah, he gave me
just to go to his, gave you the card. Y'all know where it's at. Clancy knows where it's at. And y'all have about 4 days before the biggest ball of all of the festival
So we're
takes
gonna,
place.
So we're going to turn Ro into the belle of the ball or Karaka into the belle of the ball?
Well, we can always turn Beast into Beauty.
I like it. We're going to make Ro the belle of the ball.
Yeah.
He's already got the jacket going on anyway.
So is there anything y'all want to work on? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
I want.
In fact, when we start now, we'll just continue. So if you want to start crafting, by the time of the ball, as long as you don't mess up the rolls right now, you'll be fine.
Well, that's a big if. I mean, all of our dice is like,
so
it's like, 3 20s in a row and 3 1s in a row. So,
also, if you want to make more poisons, potions,
Yes.
or some more, then go ahead and roll your craft and nature to see if you can actually
I'm also
do the poisons.
considering doing something like an acid flask now.
Okay.
Or maybe even an alchemist fire flask, just because.
I want to see if Clancy.
Yeah, you have all the materials. Again, when you level up, you can you'll be able to take. Let's see. Roll a d6 for me.
So 26 and 28 on my crafting and nature.
Okay.
2.
Okay, so each day you'll be able to learn 2 new recipes. So at the end, you'll be able to have 10 new recipes up to your level of item. So that's up to level 5.
Hey, that's in the next level of Elixir of Life. This is level 5, isn't it?
7.
Is it 7?
Oh, it might be 5, yeah.
Let us find out.
Yeah, go up the website. Same thing for you. You're able to create up to item level 5. Item level 5, if you have the crafting. Go ahead and roll a d6.
6.
Okay. You'll be able to make 6 potions every 2 hours.
And I would like Clancy to help me modify my blunderbuss.
Okay. Oh, your blunderbuss, eh? What would you like to do to it?
The thing we discussed, taking the charges of an air spell that could be used to turn the.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah. Yes. So yeah, that him crafting that artifact. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be several artifacts due to the way the spells work and everything for artifacts. For every cell, which it is technically, it's like a battery, but you get 10 charges of the air spell. After the 10 charges, they are useless the rest of that day. Okay. If you try to use it again, it's just not going to work. So go ahead and roll a d20.
$16.
16, roll a d8.
5.
5, okay. Yeah, so on the 5th day, you'll be able to have 5 of the charges, of the cartridges, of artifacts. So what it is, it's go ahead and
50
roll.
charges.
Yeah, 50 charges overall. It is going to take you 2 actions to unload a charge and pop a new one.
Okay.
So it's one to pull it out and store it, and then one to pull out a new one and plug it in. And then it's going to take another action to load, unless you already.
And then, but once it's loaded, it's a 0 load.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll crafting, and you have the engineering, right?
Yeah. Let's see.
So you should get a bonus on this.
Adam. Elixir of Life Lesser is a level 5.
Okay. Yeah. So any of them that you want to learn, you're good.
Okay, cool.
That's a 17 overall.
17 overall. Roll a d10.
4.
Okay. Yeah. You'll be able to have it fully crafted before the ball starts and everything. So what it is you have to completely take out the spring mechanism that the doppelganger created. If you think he created it, you have no idea if he created it or not. Just, he had it. Don't break a chair.
I hope I didn't.
So you're able to completely disassemble the springer mechanism. You pulled out the plunger tube and everything, the spring, the tube, and you're able to create a new mechanical piece that fits into that hole, and it makes it easier access to, kind of like RoboCop, where on his helmet, you see the thing spin and it pulls out, or Scorpius on Crichton. Yeah, whatever. Farscape. There we go. Or Scorpius, where it opens up, pulls out. The range
Thank you.
is now what? It's up to 160. You do not have penalty within 60 feet. Anything. So from 60 to 160, you will suffer a -2 penalty. Oh, it's +1. Yeah, I mean just -1. Anything after 160 will increase the penalty for it. Which for the most part, you're always in 60 feet. Yeah, so any of the bubbles that you create, you can fit into it without any issues because the tube is still fine. This case, you actually don't have to worry about it prematurely breaking the items because that was a spring mechanism. Now you don't have to worry about it because it's just air forcing it out. It's still going to do the same damage that it's been doing. So go ahead and look up your bombs and see if they're
Bombs?
bombs.
Yes,
Bombs.
See the bombs that I've been using. Okay.
Yeah. If you go to the website, you'll be able to look up the bombs and see if
Acid flask, alchemist fire, bottled lightning. That was one that you used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I have
if
acid, alchemist fire, bottle lightning, frost. and
yeah,
fire.
if the next rank of them is item level 5, that's what you can start crafting.
Level 1, level 3, level 11 is the next one of the bombs.
Okay, so just level 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're using right now is
Okay.
what you're using.
Yeah.
So yeah, every morning he ends up making one of the batteries and handing it to you, and then he goes back to his research. Kraka, I need you to roll perception.
It's nice knowing you.
That was a 13.
13. Okay, you try to help out Clancy. You're able to bring him books in a decent amount of time each day that it needs.
Basically, you're the gopher.
Yeah, he's gotten a little miffed with you taking a little bit too long sometimes, but I mean, you're like, it's for the greater good.
While I'm also helping him, I'm also looking
Yeah.
for books on adamantine.
Adamantine? Okay. Roll me.
They're like if I can find like something that
Yeah,
mentions
roll nature.
nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if we can find some of that stuff to help you craft those, yeah.
Oh no, I have something completely else planned.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, y'all spent enough time in there. You kind of get the gist every day of where certain kind of books are, even though it's a jumble.
26.
26. Okay. Yeah, you will find a book. It's definitely old, and it looks like it might break if you open it up. But surprisingly, it holds up to you touching it and flipping pages and stuff. It discusses different techniques for using items for certain things. Like the adamantite, it does describe how to make armor out of it, how to make shields, how to make weapons, but without a crafting skill, and specifically in those areas, it's not something you would have a hard time trying to figure out the formulas for it.
I am expert in crafting.
In crafting? Okay. Do you have armorsmith or blacksmith or
Blacksmith.
blacksmith? Okay. Yeah. So the formulas are actually there. Yeah. I mean, you're looking through it. You're like, these techniques. These are old. Like this is like original techniques that nobody sees anymore. Like they've forgotten what they are. The only ones that may be able to understand it is the Druff clan.
Okay.
The ones that you had went to and got your shields. They're probably the only ones in Calderon that will understand this book at all. Even though you don't understand the writing in it, because it's an ancient language that Clancy doesn't even know.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, because you're showing them books too. Yeah, it's something not even Clancy would know, but you do understand the basic formulas and concepts that are in the images, and it kind of pops out at you. It's like, okay, yeah, this is what I would kind of need to do.
Did you have the ringer turned on? Is that what I heard?
So yeah, you get that book. You know how to do adamantite. In fact,
Can you do mithril too?
roll me a percentile.
That is a 60.
60?
So close.
Okay. Yeah. It talks about adamantite. It has mithril, and it has like different elements in it. It refers to like a bark being able to be used,
Okay.
but it's something that you don't quite make out because it's like in this area you don't know what that wood is.
Okay.
that's not in these forests. And there's something different, and all the pictures in it, it's normally there's some shading on the ores and everything, but there's one that's almost a multicolored rock, and it looks like the wall y'all destroyed. That same hued color.
That iridescent rainbow. with
Yeah,
the hypercolor.
but it doesn't even have a formula for that. And the writing that's in it, you can't make out. It's just the picture of the ore. There's the same coloring that of the wall that John broke.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. So you'll be able to have that guide you, and so you'll get a +2 to your blacksmithing. Sweet. For using mithril, adamantite, stuff. If you can get your hands on it.
Oh, he's gonna get.
Is there anything? Is there any like maps or anything like that in there that would list like mines where it would be or something?
No.
But if we can find a history book, I'm sure we can find something in there.
Roll a perception. I mean, if you want to help them, that's fine.
30.
Because I mean, I'm
28,
sure you're
28.
looking for history books too. So.
I'm not a very strong
28.
man.
28.
Not one. 12.
Yeah, you are no help to him whatsoever.
Hey, look, I found a book. There's a lot of them out there, but I found one. Yeah.
You find a book. It's clad in this like green leather. There's a faded golden banner on it. As you open it up, it kind of has histories of Battle Bro, of Calderon, and it makes mention of kingdoms outside of Calderon. Most of the mines, it only talks about disputes that happened at mines in Calderon. Nothing specifically to ore. But you know, just from being in the woods and everything, being born here, most of it is just steel that they would be able to get out.
Okay.
Or that would be able to make steel. That's about it. The other thing is there are some cold iron mines, but they were pretty much used up during the Great Battle, the Great War.
Okay.
But they're...
I still say we should take a side quest at some point. Go take a look at some of those if we can, just to see what we can find.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you got to remember that there's new technology and stuff now that you might be able to find something. You never know. Just one of those things.
That and he's rolling good at perceptions right now.
Yeah. So, but yeah, right now y'all are just focused on crafting everything.
Yeah, I rolled an 18 and a 19, and then a 1. So my dice
but yeah,
bipolar.
there are some maps that'll lead you directly to them. In fact, one of them you know exactly where it's at because you used to play games in it as a kid.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah. So
Okay.
that'll take up to...
How much do my shields weigh?
They are 1 bulk each.
Is that 10 pounds? Or no? How much is that?
There's no real weight anymore.
Okay.
So it's 2 bulk in total. The amount of bulk that you can carry without being encumbered is your strength modifier plus 5?
Strength modifier or strength score?
Yeah, strength score. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything y'all have, y'all are underneath encumbrance. It's on the...
None of us are wearing
Street, yeah.
full plate mail made out of adamantine and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if you chose to go into full plate with your shields, you wouldn't be able to really carry
I didn't bring my
anything.
fucking sketchbook, damn it.
Oh.
I drew my idea with him and everything, and I'm looking at the crafting list and everything, and some of the shit that I could do with the adamantine.
Yeah. So yeah, this week it's specifically crafting a little bit what y'all can within Clancy's shop, learning history, learning formulas and stuff. All right. So the week is done. You have your gun made or refurbished. You have all the poisons and elixirs that you wanted to make. You have all your baubles and stuff, and you're full of knowledge now.
You have the plan, so you're shaft right now, because who's the man with the master plan?
Yeah. So now it's night falls, and it's time for the ball. Y'all gonna get dressed up, or?
I mean, technically, I have like a dress coat kind of thing, so I'm already dressed up, so...
Okay.
And Ro is already the best dressed in the bunch.
Yeah.
Alright, so y'all are gonna head out over there. So I'm gonna pull up the map.
Yeah, I think I started drawing him like right when you left on like Monday or something, Tuesday or something like that.
Alright, I'm gonna pull up the city map real quick. And it's not... There we go. Alright, so if you're looking at the map, you'll be able to see on the western border, it's a giant mansion with 2 fish ponds out in front of it. That is where y'all need to go. It'll take all about, with the crowds and everything, if y'all manage to track down a little buggy, y'all can get there with like 10 minutes.
Taxi!
Can Clancy turn a pumpkin into a carriage for us?
Can you turn a pumpkin into a carriage? No.
Carriage.
It's a carriage, no. He's
Oh,
not
it's
the
a
fairy
plan.
godmother.
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe, well, if you ever saw the movie Cinderella,
Well,
Can Clancy give this man a name?
No.
he wasn't paying attention to what y'all... He was getting beers for everybody when he approached TNT. So...
I'm just fucking around.
All he's been busy about is just trying to find... all of y'all rolled perceptions for the most part?
Nat 20.
Okay.
13.
13.
I rolled 1 better.
1? Okay. You know he is working on an elixir. You don't know what kind of elixir, but he kind of made a breakthrough in one of his books, and he's been at his table all day, all week, for the most part, trying to concoct this elixir.
So not just any elixir, but the elixir.
Yeah.
Guaranteed to make any woman fall in love with you.
So yeah, I mean, this isn't love potion number 9.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
But yeah, so he's just been busy with that.
Okay.
His mind is focused on saving the world. You know.
All right.
Goody two shoes.
All right. So it's party time. Party time.
Going to
Party time. Party time.
Early look, it's 1999.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good song.
It was. It was a bitch achievement to get. Years of War.
Huh? Oh.
It's like it was in 1999 game, like 1,999 games you had to win. So GDP.
Yeah, no thank you. I've got some buddies that could do that, but me, I gotta be carried for that shit.
Okay. So as y'all, are y'all taking y'all's weapons or
Yes.
Always.
taking your weapons?
That there was a... I would never take my weapons off? Like,
Okay.
that was a question? Okay.
Just wanna, if you want to take them or not. Okay. So I'll take y'all's weapons. And as y'all approach the mansion, it is a big, beautiful Gothic mansion. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that would rival the Notre Dame.
I was saying, are we talking like Clue Mansion or like Addams Family Mansion?
Both.
Yes!
There you go.
So like the Wayne Manor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except bigger and better.
Like true French Gothic architecture. You know?
Lots of gargoyles and shit.
Yeah.
I'm
That
digging it.
beautiful, like, just kind of... Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of stonework in it. Even
masonry
the tiles are stone and everything. And, yeah.
It's a good solid roof. Good. Good.
As y'all walk up,
If you want to
there's...
get a savings on their
Yeah.
homeowner's insurance.
There's crowds already kind of following in. Roll perceptions?
There it is. 12.
28.
17.
Finally rolled.
Okay. These two, their natural instinct is to look at all the people, and they can tell these people are rich. Like, they are the richest.
Now, did you
Ones
take
in
the
town.
pickpocket so you could do that easier, or did you not take that?
Not yet.
Not
Yeah, I
yet.
mean, they're wearing like the fanciest ball gowns,
Did I take that?
suits, and all that stuff, and they have little masks on. Some of them just have them on the little stick, little opera mask kind of thing. But yeah,
Oh,
they're
it's Masquerade? Phantom of the
Yeah.
Opera?
so they are dressed to the nines at this location. But everybody's waiting outside, kind of thing. And all of a
Kind
sudden,
like the Christo thing, where he's going to make an entrance?
God damn it!
What?
You'll see.
And the night
Spoiler
sky, and the night sky.
This is what you get for not telling me beforehand.
As you're sitting there, you start to hear booms, and a lot of people are kind of scared, like whoa, whoa, whoa. You see up in the sky just beautiful colors sparkling as fireworks shoot off. In fact, roll a will.
I was going to say, have him roll a perception to see if you can figure out how to make fireworks. What? But no, roll a will. Who else did this entrance? The Great Gatsby.
The total?
Yeah.
That's a 14.
14? Yeah, you are just too fascinated by all the lights to even contemplate, can I make that? I mean, it has you just, you're like, pretty.
You get mesmerized pretty easily, don't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Something shiny or big would keep you busy for hours.
Alright.
I like you and I are much better.
After all the fireworks stop, the giant double doors swing open. Nobody's standing there, but
They
they
make
just
a
swing
sound
open.
like they do like the little creak thing, or is it like
No.
they swing smoothly?
I mean, this smoothly. Like, these things are
Oh.
oiled.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then everybody just like, whoa, just fawning over each other and then walking inside. Do y'all follow through with the group?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Y'all are met with music. I don't want too loud. So y'all are met by the music. that's already playing inside the house. And there's candelabras everywhere. And for being such a dark place, it is magnificently well lit. Like, it's almost like...
I mean, like chandeliers and stuff we got in this place.
Yeah, I mean, there's giant chandeliers in every room and on the hallways. In fact, the front foyer that y'all walk into is this massive entryway. It's circular in nature, and right in the center, y'all look up, there's a chandelier with crystals, and it's reflecting the light and making it dance on the walls and the ground underneath. The original disco ball.
Disco ball!
And there has to be at least 40 candles wrapped around. The big, thick candles. That's how big the chandelier is.
Jeez, I think it's going to be heavy.
Yeah.
Can we drop it on someone's head if we get the chance?
I was already ahead of you.
Roll. Actually, you know what? Roll perceptions.
Just say, as big and heavy as that is, like, if we ever get a battle
28.
28.
25.
25.
14.
This dice
14?
is almost out of juice.
Let's say save that for later.
Ro, you see absolutely no way on how to drop this thing. You two notice there's no chain tied to anything. It's just going straight up into the ceiling. So
How would you change the candles on that then without, like, levitation magic or a ladder? Well, even then, how
We're
tall is the
levitating the
ceiling?
ladder.
the ceiling is about 40 feet tall. So
how
this
would
is
you
a
get
tall.
up there
yeah.
without, like, a levitation spell?
So this mansion
Like-
is 3 stories tall,
Okay.
and this entire entryway is all 3 stories. So obviously,
about 40.
Yeah, 40, 50 feet in the air.
Damn.
And
Alright.
as y'all walk in towards the back, y'all see a grand staircase that splits off and does a double helix kind of move. So there you go up, and the staircase meets in the middle, has this little platform, and then goes off again to wrap up. And from there you can...
Damn rich folk and their
Walk
useless, decorative staircases for no other reason. So can this guy adopt me or what? You're thinking it too.
You might be able to roll for it later. It's fine.
Okay.
So as y'all walk in, at the top of those stairs is the man y'all had met the other night.
Whatever his name was.
Yeah,
The pretty looking guy.
Yeah, you never said it.
Very nice looking guy.
So he is dressed to the nines as well. He's in pure gothic fabulousness. Completely black suit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Completely black suit. He has a vest that you can kind of see that is dark red with dark purple filigree and floral patterns and stuff.
Now you said he's got an ascot, not a tie, right?
Yes, he does.
Okay,
have,
good.
He has an ascot.
Good. If you said he had a tie, so he'd be like, nope, he's no longer
Yeah.
dressed the nines, he's only dressed the eights.
No, he has an ascot, and it's like a light purplish lavender color, and it has dark red patterns throughout it. If y'all want, y'all can roll arcane, occult.
Detect magic.
Go ahead and roll that with the perception.
25.
25. Okay.
That's a total of 8 for a cult.
Okay. And that's a 23 for Arcana.
Okay. Ro, you can tell that some of the symbols on his ascot and his vest, they look arcane, but they're not in any fashion to symbolize anything really. It's just like hints of arcane in it. He's too far away for you. You're still kind of like you're just taking everything of your new nature of what's the best way to defend these people.
We're like Dumb and Dumber right now, where we finally know some complexity of the social pipeline.
With your detect magic, there's no magic on him whatsoever.
Okay.
Again, there's no magic. It's not even your shadows are picking up anything, but they feel
They're
happy to be
they're
here.
giddy to see
You know,
me.
yeah.
yeah. Damn Shadow
as-
is 2-timing me here.
As you look around the rest of the foyer, there's nothing really magic. You look up at the candelabra or the chandelier. You can feel faint traces of magic. Roll me arcane.
25.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can tell that they levitated the candles up into the chandelier, and that's how they lit them. Dude, they did a produce flame with the levitation.
Well, produce flame line goes 30 feet, so yeah, they'd have to.
Yeah. So you can tell that the effect of produce flame had been used to light them.
Well, if you're standing on the second story
Yeah.
staircase, it's just.
Yeah. So they were able to light them, and then they were floated up into the ceiling, or
Alright.
into the chandelier.
So, I should talk to this guy. I can get Mage Hand, I can get Produce Flame.
So the chandelier itself is not magical or anything. You look around, not even the table that is spread out and has all this amazingly decadent food, finger foods and stuff like that.
Is this the kind of food that's going to go straight to my hips?
Yes, and to your thighs. Some of them to your thighs, some of them straight to your hips. The others to your pecs.
My BTT is going to get big, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Or BBT.
When they asked for the D, they meant the diabetes. That kind of
Diabetes.
A lot of the fancy folk, they're kind of walking around to the table, but they're still kind of looking up at the top of the stairs, and he's just standing there. His arms are behind his back, and he's just looking and smiling at everybody. He hasn't truly come down. And then he sees
spectacle of everybody, huh?
Yeah, so y'all are kind of staying back. An elderly gentleman walks up to you, to the three of you, says, "Excuse me, but no weapons are permitted here. I must take them with me." And he holds out a coupon, or like a little ticket, whatever. It's like, "You will be able to get them back once you give this to me. We cannot have any fighting or mishaps happening here, so I must take them with me. But you will get them back."
I hand them over.
Okay. I mean, really, from the people y'all have seen here, even if you got in a fight, y'all could just fisticuff them to death. You'd be fine. These are rich people. They don't really know how to fight. They jump.
Okay, so then he reaches out and grabs. I don't want to let go.
He kind of holds it. In fact, what is your reflex DC?
Reflex is 23.
23? Okay. Yeah, as you're playing that little chicken game, and for some reason this old man just lightning quick catches onto the butt of your gun, and then he just gently pulls. He's not going to force it out of your hands because that's just going to look inappropriate, but he has a hold of it. If you want to make a strike check against him to try and keep it, you can.
Yeah, I just don't want to let go.
Okay.
I'm not. It's just I just don't want to let go of my baby.
So I do have experience smuggler and assurance and stealth. So.
That is a whopping 12.
This old man's strong,
What happened?
but
He doesn't want to give up his gun.
yeah, in just one quick move, as you pull back, he resists just enough, and then as you start to, he pulls it out of your hands. It's like, "Thank you very much." And he comes to you, it's like, "Sir, I would need your weapons too."
I don't want to piss off the most gracious, good-looking host, so I will give him my swords.
Okay. Yeah, so the elder man takes your swords. He kind of has them like caringly in his arms. He has the shields.
I'm keeping my daggers.
Well, if they're hidden in your belt patches, I mean,
They are.
yeah.
And like I said, I've got experience smuggler and assurance and stealth, so it's like good luck.
So yeah, he has the shields in one arm, and he puts the blunderbuss on top of the shields, like it's cradled like a baby. And he puts the swords on top, and he hands y'all
Little coupon.
this little coupon. It's written on silk too, and it has the number 4 on it. So y'all are apparently the 4th person or the fourth group he's come up to that has had weapons.
As he walks away, I follow him with my eyes to see where he takes them.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth and perception.
Can I grab him by the collar before he...
No, I'm following with my eyes, not following.
Oh, just your eyes. Yeah. Then perception. Yeah, sorry. I thought you were gonna follow him.
Corey just texted me.
That's a 29.
Corey's one of the viewers. He just texted me and said, "Dope mask." I'll yell at him when I get home. Good night.
Okay. What was the roll again?
29.
29. Oh yeah. As you see him, he goes off to the right of the front entryway, the grand entrance, and there's a solid black mahogany door. Opens it up, goes inside, and with that roll, as he opens it up, you're able to see coats, cloaks, and 3 canes that roll your knowledge, I guess. It's just going to be a craft knowledge kind of thing.
Oh man, if any of those are what I think they are, I want one. Just to have it.
It's 18.
18? Yeah, you know they're cane swords. Yeah. So those are the 3 ones that he had taken before he got to you. And he goes in and there's these long kind of like benches and stuff, and he gingerly places down the shield and he takes off the swords. You see him set them aside, takes off your blunderbuss. He kind of looks at it, turns a little bit, and sets it to the side. And as he exits, he closes the door, and you see the lock symbol kind of glow upon the door.
So we gotta take off one of this guy's hands.
What is with you? Cut off your hands. Okay.
Hey, in my defense, Clancy locked the door to his place.
That's true.
That's true. That was my defense. It was logic speaking there, right? Back me up on this, right? 'Cause we saw him lock his big cape using his palm. So
yeah, you see him as you're still studying him. You see him go off to other people, kind of do the same thing, handing them the silk tickets with numbers and stuff, and take certain things, whether they're coats or weapons and stuff. And you see one that the purple silk that he gave y'all is the same he gave to another that he took a sword from. You see the ones that he's taken a cloak or whatever from, or a coat, was a red tag.
I really want to sneak into that room.
So,
what's your stealth?
as you see from the stairs and stuff, off to as you're looking at the stage of the stairs, it's off to the right, so stage left. You see the harpsichord player, you see violinists and everything, other music players, and you see the beautiful belly dancer from the bar. Except...
Bro, don't look, bro!
Except, she's wearing this beautiful blood red gown, but it's like snug on her body, but enough that it moves with her. She is lacking her usual gold chain connecting her from her ear to her nose and the ones on her feet. She's actually wearing shoes this time. Yeah, you don't need to make a will. No.
You're probably very happy about that.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. She hasn't even noticed y'all. She's not even dancing or anything. She's actually sitting there on this like regal kind of seat and just playing the violin along with the rest of the band. Y'all notice that the guy from up above is actually starting to slowly come down the stairs. He still has he's not even touching the railings as he's walking down. His arms are behind his back the entire time. And he gets to the second platform. He goes over and kind of stands there. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to have you all here at Darkholm. It is my first year here at the Festival of Darkness. I am so very glad that you are all here. Please, have fun, enjoy the music, and enjoy the food. It kind of does one of those He gives a little bow. You see him descend the stairs and start mingling with some of the others in the crowd. So yeah, y'all are free to eat.
How many people are here?
There's a good...
Like half the town.
Hold on. Let me roll the shit. There's a good 82 people.
Okay.
And there is plenty of room to walk around too.
Okay.
As y'all see, so there's that one door that you could tell was the coat room. On either side of the entryway, there are massive sliding doors that would lead to other functions. And up above, at the first stop, you see a hallway go off to either side, and at the top of the next stairs, again, a hallway that goes out. From the vantage of where y'all at, y'all don't know if there's any doors or anything down there, but y'all can kind of figure out this thing wraps around like a giant U in this facility, in this mansion.
Shall we feast or go exploring?
Yeah, we can go exploring.
Go
I
exploring?
kind of slink off into the shadows amongst everyone's feet.
Go ahead, roll stealth.
Just for fun, I want to roll a perception to see if I notice him slinking off or not.
Yeah, go ahead. You're gonna have to beat that, though.
I didn't. I got a 22.
That is a 29.
Yeah, I got a
Yeah, no, he disappeared. As you turn to talk to Karaka, ask him, do you want to feast or explore? You lost track of him. It was that quick. He's gone.
Okay, so experiences with you, of all people, sneaking off have never exactly turned out like that.
Bad.
They've never gone according to plan.
We lost the rat.
I'm sure we'll be okay. I hope.
As y'all are talking, the guy comes up. It's like, oh, y'all came. Good, good. It kind of grabs you by the shoulders, brings you in. It's like a strength you've never felt. In fact, what is your...
He's not going to kiss me, is he? Or is this going to be like the French thing where it's like...
You'll
kiss
find
the
out.
cheeks?
What is your
He's gonna
Fortitude
tentacle you
DC?
again.
No! No!
that was your fortitude DC?
11. Oh, DC?
Yeah, DC. So whatever the total is, you add 10 to it.
Oh, 21.
21? Oh yeah. He pulls you in with a strength you haven't felt. Well, actually, you have with Grosh, but this is a friendly strength. And he pulls you in and he gives you a peck on each cheek. And then with you, he just extends his hand out for a shake.
Reach out and shake
You
it.
shake it? Okay. You can tell that even though he's being gentle, he's got a strong hand.
So it's not a soft hand, it's a strong hand?
It's a strong hand. You can actually tell his hands, they feel like a working man's hands.
Okay.
So that this is a rich dude, but you know he's worked to earn it.
He's got calluses on his hands?
Not calluses, but they're just
Bunions.
rough and
Bunions.
strong. Yeah. Just for that, give me a soda.
He wasn't...
No, seriously, yeah. Can you give me a soda?
Oh, never
I
mind.
can't. There's a
Oh,
dog
there's a
right behind
dog.
my chair.
Okay. just a Coke. That's fine.
That's all that's in there, right?
There's a dog that is like right behind my chair. I
That's
can't
fine.
scoot out.
That's fine.
Yeah.
The mascot's here.
Yeah, our mascot's being mascotty.
Thank you, good sir. Alright. That's only two of them, that's awesome.
That's
Just
fancy.
reuse the tube.
That was cool.
And you could tell, like, he doesn't have
You don't
makeup
have it
on.
on you right now.
He doesn't have any makeup on, but
That you know.
this dude is
Can you make a pistol?
freaking pretty. I mean, for elf standards, he's probably the prettiest elf y'all have ever seen. And that's
So this
saying
is like-
something.
This is like the model of elves. Like,
Yeah, this is the Orlando Bloom of elves. Okay.
Okay. As I say, it's like this, yeah, supermodel of elves. Got it.
Yeah.
If he was a female, this would be like the Cindy Crawford of us.
Yeah.
Or Kathy Ireland. Or,
Yeah.
I'm
But this
going old
is the
school with
Orlando
that,
Bloom
but
Road.
because
Yeah.
that's what I prefer.
Kind of like how you're almost like Brad Pitt, handsome, but not pretty.
Really? I was gonna put him on par with Danny DeVito.
That's
No,
me.
that's him. That's Rat Folk and Goblins are Danny DeVito's, you know?
But I am the Matt Damon of rats.
Yeah, you're not Danny DeVito's, you know? He's like, it's fantastic to have you here.
So I couldn't be the Johnny Depp of
Yeah, John, that's fine. Well, no, because you can be pretty too.
You're not a drunk pirate.
Yeah,
that's true too.
Yeah.
Why is it wrong with that? But we're over with that now.
It is so good to see you here. I'm glad you came. How do you like what I have created here?
This place is magnificent. Thank you for the invite.
Fancy.
Good. When I found this place, it was in shambles. Oh, it was sad to see. But this past year, I've managed to make it home. As he looks around, he really does mean that. Unless y'all want to roll socials and see if he's lying about it.
Sure.
I'm trained, so.
Yeah, go.
Oof.
6.
That's a 10.
I believe everything he said.
Yeah. I mean, y'all get no feeling that he's lying to y'all. That he is happy that he has made this.
But I mean, if it's his home, then I mean, that's understandable. He'd be happy.
Yeah. He looks like you. Now, when this is all over, if you would like to stay and have a chat, that would be quite beneficial. I have not had one of those outside of Calderon stop by. You are unique to this town, and I am unique to this town as well. So I think it would be beneficial to have somebody tell me what has happened outside of Calderon. You don't have to if you don't want to, but...
I believe arrangements can be made to discuss those matters.
Good. What is your name, by the way? I never got it last time.
Goes by
Everyone just calls
TNT.
me. Everyone just calls me TNT.
TNT. Totally not terminated?
Totally not Tim.
Oh, totally not... Why would they call you totally not Tim? That
It's
is...
a very long story.
And how about you, Katsu? What is your name?
Giraka.
Karaka. Ooh, that is a strong name. Yes, like bull. Yes. I am Alexei Jokolovich. It is a pleasure to have you and everyone here in my home. And you can see as he does this, a lot of people are kind of like fawning over the fact that he acknowledged them and stuff.
That's right, but he's talking to us.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, he's spending a little bit more time with y'all than he has with other people. He's like, but yes, do make yourselves home, please. Enjoy the food. My wonderful staff, my kitchen staff, they spared no expense of what can be made. In fact, you might find some of the delicacies that you won't find anywhere else here in Calderon. You might have fun experiencing something new. He kind of looks around. He's like, where did your rat folk friend go?
Very good question. He likes to sneak off and find things.
Oh, you know
I'm
what?
sure he's having fun.
If y'all want food, have food. Y'all are free to explore. Again, my home is open to everyone.
Thank you.
So if you feel free, go explore. See what I have done with this place and let me know what you feel about it. And then he kindly does a little bow and then walks off and starts interacting with some of the other guests.
Listen, fellow.
Where would you like to start? Attic or basement?
I think we should find the rats before he gets in trouble.
Good luck.
Go ahead and make perceptions, and it's going to be against his last roll.
Yep.
That's a fucking 1.
He's had enough time to blend in with the crowd. You'll have no idea where he's at. Where are you, though?
I heard everything that just happened.
Okay, so you've just been sneaking around behind
And I'm
people.
just like kind of filling up my
He's been
pockets
behind us the
with,
whole time.
Okay, go ahead and roll your pickpocket. Thievery.
Yeah, I'm just kind of filling up my pockets with like hors d'oeuvres and silverware.
Hors and silverware.
So you're doing the whole Dan Aykroyd's character in Trading Places where you put all the food and stuff in your pocket.
And that is a. Hold on, 11 and 18, 29.
Dear God.
Wow, you are really.
Yeah, you are able to stuff 3 of your pouches of holding with nothing but food. And we're talking like pastries and, like fine dining things, little cocktail wieners and stuff, and, cheeses of different kinds. There's about 20 different kinds of cheese that is laid out
Not anymore.
with 20 different kinds of bread.
I like pick up the whole
Or at least half of them.
Half of
That's
them
still
gone.
there. It's only been like 15 minutes, and half of it's already gone. Nobody has seen you do this either, because they're just fawning over themselves and.
They look over at the
And
table
Lord
and realize
Chukovich.
half the food is gone. Don't know where it went, but no one's touched it.
The silverware you take off, you're not making a check on them to see if they're actually silver or not right now. You're just taking and stashing, but you're able to get a bunch of. There's no spoons or knives. It is
Those little spears.
yeah, three-pronged forks.
The fruit forks.
Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah, and they're of the smaller nature. They're nothing too big. So I mean, we're talking about maybe like that long.
So for you
and
could be the
about-
Blue Raja, Master of Forks.
Yeah. Roll me a d20.
He's gonna throw those into his blunderbuss and do the whole Pirates of the
12.
Caribbean thing.
12. Roll me a d12.
12.
You managed to take 12 forks.
He took half the food and 12 forks.
Roll a percentile.
52.
Yeah, you managed to take half of the cheeses and breads and stuff. Of just the cheese and bread, roll me a d10.
10.
Yeah, you managed to take 10 pastries of whatever kind.
Save us an eclair
Yeah.
each, will you?
There's like
green
little
vermin.
meat pastries kind of things. There's tarts, so there's like lemon meringue or like an apple
apple fritter.
the apple fritter kind of thing. Yeah, it's just a bunch of desserts, and then on one side, the other side has actual savory. So it's like savory and then sweet on one side. So there are some meat platters with crackers, and you can tell these are like extremely fine marbled slices of like salami and other things. So when you're looking at it, you really have spared no expense. And there's a few things on there that you have never seen before. And those are like some of the first things you chime out later. You just stuff them in your pockets like a chipmunk, or squirrel.
And then as Alexi walks off and they're talking amongst themselves, I just kind of say to them, like, he's kind of a creepy fella, huh?
So you actually walk up to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So out of nowhere, roll wills.
Oh shit. 14.
14.
I jumped and screamed like a schoolgirl.
20.
20? Okay. You actually physically jump. You don't scream or anything, but you're startled by this. You're like, oh, there you are.
I'm still enthralled by Alexi.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and say what you were going to say.
I don't know about you fellas, man. He's kind of creepy.
Are his pockets bulging with everything he took right now?
You suffered them in the pockets of holding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is where I still have all my daggers and poisons and elixirs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So everything's in there. Yeah.
Took
Talk
pictures of the laptop.
amongst yourselves. What do y'all want to do? Because you overheard that the house is yours to explore.
What have you been doing?
Nothing. I'm just doing what I do best, and I just stay low. Lay low, stay out of sight.
Don't get us into trouble with the host.
I don't get into trouble. I just stay out of it. I like to stay out of stuff.
Right.
Stay out of stuff after you get yourself into trouble every time.
By the way. And I kind of related them about the interesting weaponry I saw in the wardrobe.
So that's something I'll ask you about after game.
Okay. Yeah, so you relay
That's where our stuff's been kept.
Yeah.
At the moment, you may not have need of it until it stays that way.
Again, this is up to y'all time.
So
Whether
you
y'all
guys
want to
wanna-
eat or
I have-
what he has installed.
I just say, yeah, you just see me kind of munching on
As
stuff.
you're pulling out, your pockets are full, and you're just pulling out things.
What are you eating?
There's all sorts of stuff here, all over the place.
Where are you getting it from?
Look at me.
Hey, yeah, you see him pull his leather jacket, his black leather jacket, over the belt of holding.
I kind of just walk off and head upstairs and start exploring.
Okay.
I head downstairs.
Now remember, there
Sliding
are,
doors.
You said there's
from what you say, on either side is sliding doors.
I'm gonna go straight
Giant
left,
sliding-
sliding door.
Okay. On the risers leading up to the second story, so there's that platform where he had introduced or talked to everybody. You see the hallways go off that way, and then up on the third floor, you see the exact same kind of hallways leading down. On either side of the stairways, at the bottom, one side has the band, and there's nothing behind them, and on the other side, there's nothing behind it.
Alright, I'll go to the third story.
Okay. So you're gonna go to the third?
Yeah.
Okay. And what are you gonna do?
Sliding door stays left.
Okay. How about you?
I look at him going up. I look at him going over there.
You go back to the table.
Yeah, I go back to the table.
That's perfectly fine. In fact, I will allow it that you can hide underneath the table if you want, and you can make pickpocket checks every once in a while. Or thievery checks every once in a while.
Oh my.
And we'll get back to you on that. Occasionally, we'll have your rules.
This could. Oh boy. This
Um,
could be a disaster.
Okay, roll initiative. It's not fighting, it's just who goes first in the story scenario.
I got 29.
Don't worry about you.
What's the
You're
initiative gonna be? Or is it just straight die roll?
just straight die roll.
Yeah.
Because y'all aren't perceiving, you're not sneaking, it's just straight.
Yeah, I got a 3.
Okay, 18.
My die is
Okay.
bipolar right now.
Okay, so we'll start with you.
This dice is actually working right now.
Save it for the good stuff. We need it later.
Yeah, you see most of the rich folks staying down below. Then you just start heading upstairs. Everybody kind of glances over, and then just because some of them heard Alexi say that y'all can go explore, and they're kind of like, if you want to roll perception, real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna save that die. Alright. That was not a d20.
It wasn't.
What is that? That is 18.
Yeah, you can tell some of them are jealous. About a handful of them that actually see you walking up the stairs are quite jealous because you're not dressed as well as they are, although your boots are better than a lot of the boots that they're wearing, but the rest of you is not. So it's like you're an outsider that has been granted this privilege of esteem.
Can I recall any knowledge of this guy? Like he's like, this city's like millionaire or whatever. But I don't.
Go ahead and roll social.
But he's never kind of made any relevance until now. It's 10.
All your time is spent out in the wilds.
Okay.
In fact, this is the first time that you've been in the city this year. In fact, every year this is the only time you're in the city. Other times you're out there at outposts and stuff, or at farms, or in the
What
wild.
he's saying is because of me and Ro, this is the first time you actually get to go to a party.
Yeah. This is the first time that you've
and
actually
mingle
spent
with high society.
more than just a couple days in the city.
Okay.
I blame Ro for that.
So yeah,
You just blame
you
Ro for everything.
But it works.
yeah, you have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, it's city stuff. It doesn't interest you because you're always out in the wild. It doesn't bother you.
Okay.
You know, like this kind of stuff. It's I don't want to say beneath you, but it's not on your top priorities.
Okay.
That's other stuff. So yeah.
Alright.
So you're going up the stairs, or are you going to go left or right?
Take does either one look more or less inviting?
No, because as you look down both ways, it's mirror images of each other.
Okay.
Like as you look down to the left, you see a door kind of spaced out almost evenly on both sides, and at the end, you can see where the hallway takes a turn, where it's going to face as if you're looking at the wall. It's going to go like that.
Okay.
And the same thing if you look off to the right, it's going to.
There's no artwork or statues or anything?
No.
Okay. I'll go left.
There's a painting on the wall on either side. It's the exact same painting, and it's of like a forest view. But you're gonna have to get closer to it to.
Yeah, I'll go up and I'll get close to it and inspect it.
Go ahead and roll perception.
You're gonna get it close and personal.
Ooh, that is a natty.
Ooh.
It's a 31.
Okay. As you're looking at the portrait, it's a nighttime forest. You can make out that there's a family of deer. Okay. So it's a big stag, giant 12-point horns. You see the doe and 2 smaller deer, and then off in the tree somewhere, you can make out a wolf.
I was assuming you're pulling out D20s.
Yeah, I was just trying to put them all
Oh, okay.
in one corner.
I'm just trying to be helpful.
But it's like it's masterfully done, like it is. So it's.
Is there a signature on it of like the artist who painted it?
No.
No.
Is this style reminiscent of anybody you might know?
Roll social, I guess. Yeah.
That is a 18.
18. It feels familiar. Something the captain has in his barracks, or his barracks office. The goblin captain of
the monkey
hunters,
guy.
yeah, the monkey goblin. It's reminiscent of that. His picture is of a wolf tearing into a deer.
Okay.
So it feels the same as that, but you've only seen that painting, a handful of times. This one, but it looks like this one may be the before of that one.
Okay.
But you don't know who the artist would actually be.
Okay.
And that's the only painting on. As you're going down the hallway, it's going to be on your right. So yeah.
Okay. And you said there was one on the other side of the hallway too?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you can go down and check that one if you want.
Yeah, I'll go and look and try to see if there's like one of those games where it's like that, like what's different about these pictures kind of thing. See if I spot anything.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception.
This is where I rolled a 1. Close. I got a 4.
Yeah,
a total of 16.
16. It's the exact same painting.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you look down the hallway, on either side, against the wall, the long wall, you see 2 doors on the other side on that one. On the other side, there's 3 doors.
Did you ever see the movie The Ninth Gate?
Let's see what.
The movie The Ninth Gate? No. Okay. There's a puzzle throughout the entire movie with pictures. There's small differences between a series of pictures.
Oh, he doesn't know that. I mean,
I was just asking if he'd seen it or not. That's all I'm thinking of, even though it's probably not right, but that's what I was thinking of.
I'll
you never know.
Go to the first door, the door closest to me, and I'll knock.
Okay. Yeah, there's no sound.
I'll open it up and...
Okay. Yeah, as you turn the handle, it's a silver handle, like all the hardware. In fact, as you look down both ways, all the hardware is silver. So you turn the knob and you open it up. There's no squeaking. It even just glides open. What you see inside, go ahead and roll perception. Eating like a rat.
He's even eating it.
That is
That's how good
20
he is.
overall.
20 overall? Okay, it is, it's like a small reading room.
Okay.
You see on the wall that would be between this room and the next room is an ornate fireplace, and there is a fire burning inside of it. But as you peer through, you can't make anything out that's on the other side, so it's actually blocked. So roll just a knowledge. Yeah, knowledge social or something. Yeah.
Alright, that is an 18.
Okay. Overall.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you know the barracks have this too. It's a double fireplace kind of thing.
Okay.
So there's a wall between both fireplaces, but the funnel that goes up.
The flute goes the same.
Yeah, the flute. They meet up, and then as it goes up, you know that the floor above you is going to have the same. So all 4 fireplaces end up meeting to the same flute and going up to the ceiling. There's shelves or bookcases throughout the room, filled with books. Next to the window, there's 2 windows, and they kind of come to a point like that, arch point. And there's enough moonlight coming in and with the fire that it's you can see everything that's around without a problem. There's a chair on either side of the window, so there's like 2 over here, 2 over here, and they're kind of pointed in to give you the best light from the window.
Okay.
They're red leather backed chairs. They're not high chairs. They're just like if you want to sit down on one of them, it would like the backs would come up to your shoulder.
So it's not a true wingback chair.
Yeah, not a true wingback chair. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's enough to where you're comfortable while reading.
No, I need the full wingback chair.
I'll inspect his books and see what he's got.
Roll perception.
It's a total of 12. I rolled a
12.
I rolled
Okay.
a 1.
He's got books.
As you're looking through it, they seem like raunchy novellas.
Hey, I want you.
Because you're some of them you've actually seen some of the female hunters have in their barracks that y'all have had to confiscate and stuff. Because you just can't have that while you're out in the
You've
field.
got 49 Shades of Grey, 49 Shades.
But yeah, as just the bookshelf you look at, it's raunchy novellas, and you're like, you don't even bother to look at the others.
Yeah, I walk out.
Yeah, okay. You're gonna close the door behind you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it glides right back into place.
You walk out very disgusted with yourself, feeling very dirty.
I'll let you explore one more room.
Yeah, I'll go right next door.
Okay. So as you walk down, you'll see that the 2 rooms that are on this side meet up almost in a way that, so it's a door here, door there, door here. So
They're staggered.
yeah. So as you go over, you can either go the room directly next to it or the one across.
I go across.
Across? Okay. As you open up the door, same thing. It just glides right open. Go ahead and roll perception.
That's a natty.
Natty, awesome.
Again.
Okay, this room. Wait, natty 1 or
20.
okay? It's like because you're like, wow.
Oh, no, he was excited. If
I was
go-
excited.
Okay.
I'm burning all my 20s on these perception checks.
If we get
So,
into combat tonight, you're totally screwed.
as you walk in, it is a massive bedroom. On the side that would meet up with the other room, same kind of fireplace setup, but this one is bigger, more elaborate. The mantle has like a little grandmother's clock. So it's a little small one, but you can see the gears kind of spinning and it's going. You see a giant boudoir on the other side that covers up the whole wall.
He said boudoir.
Yeah. In the center of the room, up against the back of the wall, is a giant, like 2 king-size beds put together kind of bed. It has the canopy and everything. And
Does it look like the room's used at all? Like, is there anybody's like personal?
As you walk around it, you can tell that even if you look at the mantle, there's not a speck of dust. And as you go through, like, the bed is just immaculately made. It doesn't look like anybody's touched anything, but at the same time,
So
it's
it might not be
clear
the
dust.
master bedroom. It might just be like a guest room.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's what your original thinking is.
Okay.
If that's a guest bedroom, I want to see the
Yeah.
I know, right?
With your mom's
And
gonna have a bookshelf full of
on either
novellas.
side of the bed, it has ornate bedside tables. So it's not like what you see now with like drawers and stuff. It's literally just a table It has a little mirror on it on the back on one side, and it has makeup and
Okay.
not anything that's been or that you could tell it's been opened or used recently, but it has like the tray that has the brush and the comb and all this
Okay.
other stuff and all the makeups and all that. The other side of the bed has the same kind of table, but it has a lantern on it, and also a kind of a mirror to reflect the light of the lantern.
Okay.
But it's a little bit more plain. There's nothing else on it besides those two things.
Okay.
That's it. If you want to go through the blue drawer, you can if you want.
Nah.
Okay.
And I'll just walk out.
Okay. And with that, we'll go to TNT.
Okay, I'm going to the
Wait,
side
hold on.
door.
Roll thievery.
You missed it. He's been doing everything in character over there. All the food he's
So
eating.
20 overall.
20 overall. Roll a 12. D12.
Did you get caramel on that coaster?
Shouldn't be.
Okay.
A 1.
One. You so far managed to still just one piece of gold.
I'm also listening.
Yeah. So you're listening to conversations?
Yeah.
Okay. Most of what you hear is everybody just fawning over this place and Lord Jakulovich, and just how pretty he is and how beautiful this place is, and talking about the festival and how much they've paid for the clothing and stuff. Normal socialite kind of
Spoiled
crap.
kids of Instagram type crap.
Yeah.
Well, still, I mean, I'm going to get some good gossip eventually.
Yeah. But so far, that's all you've heard at the
I say
table.
good gossip can turn into really great information if you want to blackmail somebody.
Yeah. But that's all for the most part right now. All right, TNT.
Okay, I go through the sliding door on stage left.
Okay. Go through it. Go ahead and make a stealth check if you want to do it.
I didn't have to roll, but I did, and I got a 28.
28? Okay. Yeah, you managed to slip in without making any noise. People weren't even watching you. You just slipped right in. As you walk in, it is a giant library. I mean, floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, and it's half as big as the foyer, but floor-to-ceiling all the way around is bookshelves, and then spaced in between are giant windows. As you walk into it, on your side, away from the windows, is just a huge fireplace that takes up half of the wall height and almost a third of that entire wall.
Damn!
Yeah, but you can see that on either side there's 2 doors.
Okay. I want to take a look at what these books are.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
Gonna roll a natty 1 like this guy over here. Oh shit, I jinxed myself, I did. He's got books! What's up?
You start to look through them and you find a couple raunchy novellas. One of them you've actually seen before.
One of them you experienced before.
Well, you have seen it, you may not have read it. I will leave that to you, but from a previous mission.
Was it called Love Savage Secret?
Yes. Actually, it was Love Savage Secret 2.
Oh, okay.
Or Love Savage Secrets Come Again. Comes again. Yeah.
Are we at After Dark?
Yeah, we're at After Dark.
We're
It's
already
after 9. So yeah, you kind of read that, you go through, there's just so many books that you're like mesmerized by it a little bit. This one, however, does have the giant wingback chairs and everything. This is, and there's more of them. There's one directly in front of the fireplace.
Is anybody sitting in there?
You gonna walk around and take a look?
Yeah.
Roll perception.
It's Roe! No.
25.
Nobody's there.
I knew there wouldn't be, but I'm just like, okay.
However, there is a book sitting on a little side table, like you would have your drink or whatever. In fact, on the table is a decanter set of alcohol. If you want to pop them open and take a smell.
Sure.
Okay, roll natures on them.
My nature is not very good on this one. 18.
18. It's brandy.
Good stuff.
Yeah, like the biggest one is brandy. The next one you smell, it's a whiskey. The other one you smell, it's another whiskey, but slightly different smell than the other whiskey. But yeah, you don't drink alcohol, so you don't really care. Yeah. The book on the table is covered in black leather. There is a embossed design. And go ahead and roll a occult.
Jeez, 13.
13. You can kind of make it out that there's a slight label, but it's something that feels older than what you would know for a cult. You can kind of make it out, but at the same time, it's like, is it? Nah, it's just a little bit too old.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old is too old?
It's
Are we talking old like, old man? Or are we talking old like as in
Ancient.
Okay.
Ancient, yeah.
Okay.
like with all the languages you speak, not even like your clan would be able to understand. Maybe, like if you took it to them, maybe they would understand. But
So it's so old it's forgotten.
yeah,
How do they do in Lord of the Rings, right? That
Yeah.
the legend becomes myth, and what was myth
Yeah.
becomes forgotten.
yeah,
Okay, so this is ancient type
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Let you
And
do another. I'll let you choose one of the two doors if you want.
Let's continue with the stage left.
Stage left. Okay. Wait.
So when I came in, it would be the far right door.
Yeah. Okay. So as it's one of those push open doors.
Mhm.
As you wait, you're going to the other big room on the side, or you're staying in the
I'm saying in this room,
library?
so
and you're
there's
choosing-
two doors.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
okay.
going.
Okay. Yeah. So you push it open. It doesn't make a noise or anything, and then as you look through it, it looks to be like a little side office kind of thing. There's a big writing desk, but it's up against the wall. The fireplace that's there, you could tell that there's a smaller one inside that would feed up into that funnel as well going up. The flute. Ornate ebony desk. Ebony wood.
I was
Ebony
up at Ebony. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
in fact, a lot of the furniture in this room is actually black. So it's not leather, but it's like a black cloth that's draping the chair that's in front of it. The quill that he has is a raven's feather. The inkwell is black. All that stuff.
guy definitely goth to be.
There's a shorter bookshelf that only has about 3 rungs on it, and it has like thick volumes. If you want to take a look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
29. All right. That was my last good roll for this little
Okay.
thing.
As you pull open one of the books and you take a look through it, you can tell it pertains to shipping or mercantile kind of stuff. Ornate lettering and everything. You look at some of the dates in this book, and they go back a couple hundred years.
So these are like shipping records and stuff from like
Yeah.
200 years ago.
Yeah, about 200 years ago. Yeah.
Man, the tax assessors in this place must be bitches.
Well, this is as you look through it, you there's also side notes of like what the shipments were, like cotton,
Anything-
tobacco.
Anything stand out as something that would be unusual?
The only thing you see in this volume, real quick, just at a quick glance, is kind of towards the middle of the book, and it's a rather large shipment of wood.
Ebony? Or
It doesn't say.
just a large shipment of wood?
Yeah. It quantifies, was it 25 tons of solid timber. That's officially, there's no
a large amount.
Yeah,
of wood.
there's no description of the wood or anything, just that much. The city
That
that's
it came
on it.
from, I was
Go
gonna
ahead
say.
and roll social.
So the city that it came from, is it known for wood?
Go ahead and roll.
I don't know anything.
Well, no, this is a city that it's going to.
Oh, is it it's going to?
Yeah.
I still rolled in that one.
Okay, yeah. It's nothing that you're familiar with. Go ahead and roll for the city that it's coming from.
Okay, which one is this one again?
Social?
19?
19? Okay. Yeah, the name that's on it is a name previously known for one of the woodland cities that everything from that town is exquisite woodworking.
Okay.
Like around them, they have the densest forest and stuff. It is a lot of oak,
Okay.
like some of the hardest oak that you find. In fact, it's duskwood that comes from there.
Very unusual to see here.
Yeah. So it's 25 tons of duskwood. Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah. Most likely. I mean, it comes from that area. That was one of the areas that supplies a lot of the duskwood that you knew of. I mean, again, these days, duskwood isn't really sold or anything. The church has kind of put a kibosh on duskwood being sold. But again, this was 200 years ago in this book.
Yeah.
And of 25 tons.
So would this be the opposite of morning wood?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, with that, roll a thievery.
21.
21. Ooh, roll a d20.
17.
17. Okay. You managed to steal. Roll me a percentile, actually.
37.
You stole a ring.
Right.
It is kind of a plain silver band, but it has a garnet in the facet of it.
Someone's trying to get it.
If you want to roll perception.
Said someone took off their wedding ring, thinking they might be able to get somebody. Unless you managed to steal it off of their.
No, you like slipped it off the finger with that roll. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, Robin Hood.
For a lot of this,
22.
there's base DCs. 22?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Someone brought up that they saw a shadow moving in their house. And the person that's standing with them just kind of was like, "Don't say that's around here. People will think you are crazy. And you know what that's going to do to the shop. Nobody will want to come anymore, so stop it now." And you could tell that the woman that had said that they saw a shadow, like her feet kind of move a little hurriedly while the guy has long kind of strides.
So it's like me and my girlfriend were.
Yeah. Well, she's like, he's dragging her almost.
Oh, okay.
I got her like he's underneath the table. Karaka, your turn.
So those two rooms.
You got 3 other rooms on
Oh,
that.
sorry.
On
And
the,
then
on
there's
the
the
hallway.
hallway. I'll just go door to door and just like take quick peeks.
Okay. As you in the middle room on that wall, you peek in and it's kind of like there's a lot of dolls in it. But it's like the porcelain doll faces and stuff.
Mhm.
Like they're not creepy in any way.
I'm open the fuck out of there.
I'm sorry, since the porcelain dolls?
Yeah, I'm like, nope.
He said,
No.
I want to go in here, but porcelain doll? Nope.
There's not a lot of them, but it looks like a child's playroom.
Okay.
Like that kind of thing.
It's not just like a room of.
No, it's not the crazy one.
Is this like the room of dolls from It? Or
No. But
movie
it's
said no.
there's like a playhouse, like
Okay.
one of those wooden.
So we had Barbie's Dream House.
Yeah,
Okay.
the old-fashioned Barbie's Dreamhouse kind of
okay.
thing. There's a small little bed. Again, there's a fireplace right there that was with the other room.
Ooh, is the house an exact scale replica of this house?
Roll perception.
I mean, I'm not there. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you brought it up. It's fine.
18.
18? No.
You're wasting all these good rolls.
Yeah,
This is getting
it's
nervous.
when you look at it, it's kind of weird because one of the rooms looks exactly like this room, but you could tell that you don't know if the room was built to look like that room or if that room was built to look like this room.
Okay.
It's just one of those things, like, without knowing the maker, how it came to be.
Okay.
It's just, they look the same. As you look in it, none of the dolls are in that room, but there's like one tiny little cloth doll that's in there, and it has like long blonde hair and a pink little dress kind of thing.
It's a doll of him.
Yeah. That's a doll of you.
I know the fuck out. Anything that has to do with
So
dolls,
you
just
have
creep me
long
the
blonde
fuck
hair
out.
and wear those dresses. Is there anything else we need to know about you, Croc?
What is your reflex DC?
12.
12?
Wait, no.
No.
Plus
Overall
10.
plus 10.
Oh, 22.
Okay, 22. That's like, okay. As you go to turn and go out the door, something latches itself around your neck.
It's nice knowing you, dude. You said your backup character ready to roll? I got Claire. What are you going to roll?
I'm gonna roll drunk pirate.
No, we got one of those.
Actually,
Okay, yeah, so it feels like a midget trying to strangle you. You end up taking 1 point of damage.
oh no.
And you feel pressure around your neck, like it's trying to choke you to death.
Okay.
So this is kind of like Fezzik versus Wesley, right?
Yeah,
So I'm going to.
Except he plays Fezzik in this case.
yeah.
I'm just gonna like run up to the back of the wall and like basically like beat it into the wall.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack, I guess.
You wasted the 18.
What would you roll?
2,
A 2. What is it overall?
6.
Oh,
Really?
boy.
Wow. Yeah, you do nothing.
That's like critical.
that is a critical fail. Actually,
Wait a minute. That's oh boy.
that is 16 under. No, 14 under. Yeah, but still,
That's a critical fail.
that's a critical fail.
God, something bad just happened to you. Like
roll D6.
really bad just happened to you.
4.
That's how much damage you take.
Fuck.
You basically rammed yourself up into this wall.
You hurt yourself.
Ha, 69.
Okay, so that was a move.
yourself.
That was a move and an attack. You have one more action.
Yeah, I guess I'll just try to beat it off again.
Okay.
Whoa!
Go ahead and roll.
That was a little better.
Okay.
This one's minus 5.
No, it's gonna be the -4.
-4.
Yeah, because you're not using agile weapons
All right. So
due to your flurry stuff. Yeah, so -1.
okay, so it's a 15. Still didn't
15?
hit, but
No.
it's not at least a critical fail.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude. Okay. Yeah. So it's going to keep trying to strangle you.
It's Chucky. You're being attacked by Chucky.
The first one, yeah, it's got its grip around you pretty good. You take another point of damage.
Oh, I got rid of my 69.
Aww. 68.
And
boy.
as it starts to strangle you, you feel it get a little bit tighter. The room from where you're at just starts to fill with darkness. And I need you to make a fortitude save.
Alright, dice.
Is this darkness as in the room's dark, or as in his vision's getting dark, he's gonna pass out?
16.
The room. 16. Okay.
That was just me being curious, sorry.
You feel it get really, really cold with this darkness, and you take 1 point of cold damage.
Okay.
Your turn.
Alright, I am going to...
Tell it harder, Daddy. See that makes it let go.
I was actually going to say that. With my last breath. Harder, Daddy.
You know what? Just for that, you get a hero point. So you're able to keep track of it.
They work like inspiration, right?
If you're at dying, you can turn in all your hero points, and you become non-dying.
Okay.
Or you can use it to re-roll a roll.
Okay.
In fact, actually, you know what? Everybody starts with 1 hero point, because we're at 5th level now. I'm actually going to incorporate that. So everybody gets 1, you're at 2 hero points.
Alright.
But if at dying, you have to turn in all 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so everybody gets 1.
Alright.
And for now on, whenever a game session starts, you have 1.
Alright. So, I'm gonna just constantly, I guess, try to, do a headbutt
Okay.
kind of thing.
I mean, do you want to... You can also kind of grab with...
Yeah, I'm gonna,
Okay.
I'm fighting this, I'm gonna, try to headbutt it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my fucking god.
I thought I rolled another 1 or something.
No, that was a 2.
Again?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's gonna get killed by a doll.
Want to try this one? I got 5 more.
As it's getting darker, though, around you, the light outside the hallway is still there. So it's just the room itself getting dark.
Okay.
Doc.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna
So you got 2 actions.
try to, crawl to the hallway.
Well, you're still standing.
Oh, I'm
It's
not
just-
knocked over?
No. It's just it has you around the neck, and it's getting tight. You can still kind of breathe, but
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna,
this thing is really light.
I'm gonna go to the hallway
Okay.
and, fight, try to get rid of the arms.
Okay.
Or whatever's choking me.
As you run out the hallway, go ahead and roll a perception.
19.
19? Okay. As you get out, you feel whatever was choking you is gone. And you turn around and you see one of the dolls in the room. You see that blackness just kind of suck into the doll. And the doll just raises up an arm, does that, and the door closes.
I nope the fuck out and I go back downstairs.
You're like, alcohol! Lots of alcohol!
Fucking no.
In fact,
They don't pay me enough to fuck with that kind of shit.
roll a will.
Ooh. That one is a 26.
Oh, you're fine. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna-
a puppet just tried to strangle the shit out of you for going in that room.
I'm
does not-
going to find him.
That does not bode well for me where I'm at. Except I don't know that.
Roll thievery.
Carrot, please.
It's a. There's actually a bunch right behind you.
Thank you.
Well,
Um,
do you want the mustard too?
Mustard, ranch, or blue dressing, please.
It's
Yeah, right behind you is ranch.
Carrots and onions.
There's blue cheese and
not
carrot and ranch behind
Try.
Give it a try. It's actually.
you. Anyways,
Thievery overall.
yeah, it's a 15.
Someone's gonna get caught. Somebody already got caught.
You're gonna have to roll a stealth now.
That was weird. I don't know if I like those.
Say, it's all right. The blue cheese and ranch is behind you.
I'm fine.
It's a
Oh, goddamn rabbit.
24.
24. Okay.
Goddamn
So
rabbit.
as you go to
Did you get
steal
your
another
rabbit?
ring, you don't. The ring's kind of stuck on the person's finger, and as you pull down, it pulls down on their hand. They're like, "Hey, what was that?" But you managed to sneak off down the table a little bit more, and they didn't see you. And because of that, you weren't able to pay attention to any chatter. TNT.
Okay. Anything else noteworthy in this room?
You can take a look, because where you found that book was the bottom shelf and the very first book. So you can look at the top shelf very last, and that could be a more recent ledger.
Let's do that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception.
19.
19. Okay. Yeah, as you open it up, it is a more recent one. It's for this year.
Okay.
There's notes saying specifically to here but from the where, there's nothing. It's just blank. But as you look through it, it's like crates, miscellaneous, crates books, crates furniture, things like that. As you flip, it's just more of those. And a lot of the stuff you can tell is like, okay, so this is the stuff that he was furnishing in this house that he was using.
They talked about the last year you've been working on.
Yeah. Around the room, another bookshelf has thinner binded books, but I mean, you can take a look if you want.
That and I want to look what's in the desk.
Which one do you want to do first?
We'll do the books first.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
23.
Okay, yeah, you go and pick the. If that bookshelf is anything like this bookshelf, would you want to go for the bottom or the top?
Let's go for the top.
The top all the way at the end? Okay. So you pick that one up and you start flipping through it, and it's more detailed of what was in those crates.
Okay. Anything
one of them,
unique?
one thing stands out, and it's labeled in such a way, roll occult.
Occult and Arcana. I never roll well on these. 18.
18. Flesh golem.
Flesh golem.
Yeah. The occult reading, or the writing that's on it, it's the same fancy that's in all the other books and stuff. I mean, you kind of figure it's Alexia at this point. So as what's written is in such a way that it's, when translated, it's flesh golem.
But it could mean something else depending on the translation.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
It's a more older version, but it's something that, for this kind of thing, it doesn't really change in occult for that.
Okay, so it doesn't have a lot of colloquialism usage to it. It's pretty standard.
Yeah, it's just pretty standard, just flesh golem. It doesn't really it might describe the description of it, but it's in a language that you don't understand.
So based off the other book I saw, how many different shipments came in that would describe this flesh golem then?
One shipment, and it would have had other smaller boxes with it.
Can I tell how many?
Go ahead and roll perception.
23.
23. You were able to notice that there was 4 of the boxes that came with it. In that one crate, there were exactly 4 smaller boxes that came with the flesh golem.
Okay.
Because I mean, it's all listed under that.
That one shipment.
Yeah. From what this item number is, from that book, it has the same item number, and it lists the flesh golem with the other boxes, but those boxes haven't had the descriptions written in yet. It's like they haven't been unpacked yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you can tell that throughout the rest of the book, like the table, the books that you've seen, like there's
everything's there.
Lists of what was in those crates and stuff, and on some pages there's nothing yet. It just lists the crate number.
Okay,
that's it. So it's like you can tell that as he's unboxing everything's being categorized and organized and everything.
Let's look at the oldest one now.
Okay, you look at the oldest one. Go ahead and roll perception.
Oh, that sucked. 16.
16. Through a quick, the Duskwood comes up again, like because you're looking just for that, for the most part, and that's what comes up, and it is Duskwood. It came out. The
description is it just
it's
lumber, or does it give like it came as a table, as a desk,
came
as a chair?
Timber.
As timber.
As large quantity timber.
Okay.
So when it's like that, it's the whole tree that they cut down and ship. And it doesn't specify anything that it was listed as being made into, that you can tell, but just that 25 tons of actual Duskwood was shipped to that town, or shipped from that town. And again, that name of the city is like you have no idea what it is.
Okay. Let's look at his desk now.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
21.
21, okay. So on his desk, you can see the roll top that would go up. but the flat portion still has the inkwell and some paper and stuff. But as you roll up the top, it has different insignia stamps for the wax and different sticks of wax. It also has a little candle that it would use to melt the wax. He also has a little wax holder to melt it and stuff.
Burn it up.
Then there's also a giant stack of paper. Roll social, yeah.
Alright, I rolled decent on this one, so let's see. 19.
19, okay, yeah. All the other people that you've had a mission on that were of rich had this kind of paper. And even throughout history and stuff, the longer sheets of paper were always more expensive to produce.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times they would chop it up into smaller pieces or produce smaller, and it would last longer. This dude, the sheets that are there, even in all the books, this dude is filthy rich. Because all of his books are large sheets of paper. And those thicker ones had to have been...
Hundreds of papers.
Yeah, hundreds of papers like that. So it's like, yeah.
So this guy's got money to burn for
Yeah.
decades, if
Yeah.
not hundreds of years.
Yeah. You can see on one of the sheets that a corner has been cut off. But that's it. The rest of the sheets are perfectly fine.
Okay. On the sheet that the corner was cut out, anything written on there?
No. If you want, you can take one of the sheets off and kind of do the little pencil, graphite kind of thing.
Sketching. Tracing, what they call it.
Yeah. You could try and do a tracing. No,
Let's do that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
What would that be?
We'll just make it perception. That's fine.
Nat 20. That's
Okay.
a 31 overall.
Awesome. Yeah, it is an address.
4.
The bar.
The bar
Where he Mitchell, yeah. The Silver Stein, yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Anything else I've noted in this room I should possibly...
On the desk itself, on either side, is a drawer.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, just a thin drawer about like that tall.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead and check.
I open them up. Or can I?
You can't. They're locked.
Can I pick the locks?
Go for it.
That's a thievery, right?
Yeah.
I don't open them. 16.
You kind of... You can use detect magic too if you want.
Sure.
Yeah, no. They've been magic to stay closed.
Okay.
In fact, when you look around the room, that's the only thing magical in there. The rest of it is just paperwork.
I really do need to go archive sorcerers to get them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, not open up.
But as you do that, as you do the detect magic, the shadows kind of are flowing out the door.
I follow the shadows.
Okay. As you go out, they circumvent around the chair in front of the fireplace, and they're kind of dragging you over to the other door.
Inside the same room?
Yeah.
Okay, I go to that door.
Roll a thievery.
15.
Our rolls are starting to go downhill now.
Yeah, there's where you're at, where you snuck away. There's no good position for you to take anything. But go ahead and roll perception.
So my next increase after we level up again was going to be into thievery.
24.
24. Ooh, good. You actually overhear someone talking about a shipment of precious metals that is coming into the city in about 3 days. They didn't say where it's coming from, but you could tell that they were super excited about it because they were going to be able to make some of the best jewelry out of it.
Where they're coming in?
It's going to be coming in 3 days.
No, but I mean, where in the city? Like, what's the port of entry? Is it?
Nothing. They didn't say. They were just excited that they're coming into there's going to be in the shop in 3 days for them to be able to use it to make jewelry.
Boys.
Yeah.
Well, it depends if we can figure out what shop it's going to.
Yeah.
But if it's jewelry, I can't imagine there's too many jewelry shops here.
That's it, Kraka. So you're heading downstairs.
Yeah.
Are you doing it in like a quick manner, or are you going to collect yourself and...
Just casual.
Okay. You go downstairs. You see a lot of the people still kind of walking around and stuff. Roll me a perception.
Alright, I got 26.
Yeah, you still don't see Ro.
You're wasting the good rolls again.
You can probably guess
Yeah, I go over to the food table.
where he's at. As you go down the stairs, you end up walking in front of the band, and the violin player notices you.
Like, do we lock eyes?
Well, she does one of these, and she just kind of looks over to see who's actually coming down the stairs, kind of thing. And she stays sitting, but she notices you walk over to the table.
No problem.
She follows you with her eyes.
no,
I have no idea.
no. She's just seeing who's coming down the stairs. That's all.
Right. That's all.
I mean, you can roll perception if you
What
want.
was it for
Yeah, I'm gonna roll
pressures?
perception to look for him.
So what was it for
Okay.
money pressures? Just I fucked the shit out of you.
Roll
16.
stealth.
16.
Never mind.
There we go.
Feels like a nat one. Never mind. He only rolls this good on stealth because he's doing shit like this. We told you about the
27.
brain bronze, right?
Yeah, you have Like you even look underneath the table, and you don't.
Is there anybody nearby? Like, within, like...
Yeah, there's some people
like this,
daintily.
like on top of the table.
Yeah, they're like daintily
Mission Impossible
taking
thing.
foodstuffs and stuff. They're chatting amongst each other.
I'm gonna go to, like, person bros, ask if they've seen a rat.
Like, a rat? Here? How disgusting! Oh, I dread to fear it from Lord Draconovich's mansion. Oh, where did you see it? Where did you see it?
I came with them.
You came with a rat? Oh, how disgusting! Oh.
His name is Boo. He's a miniaturized giant space hamster.
And they like just scoff, and everybody just kind of walks away and just ignores you now.
Yeah, in 15th century France.
Yeah.
Oh! I get an idea, and I go to the closet where the old man took our stuff, and see if maybe he's over there.
Roll perception.
Alright, that's a little better. 22.
Okay. As you walk over there, you notice that this is a solid door. Even around it's solid stonework and everything. It is mahogany, black mahogany. And the handle on it is actually gold instead of silver. You can try and move the knob, but it doesn't budge at all.
It doesn't even jiggle?
No.
That's scary.
Yeah. Like there's not even a lock to pick on it. It's just the knob,
Okay.
and it doesn't budge.
I am going to... What? I gotta read a skill real quick. See if I can do it.
Let's go.
Okay.
Can I technically make him a hunt prey target?
You'd have to see him first. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to see the target in order to put it on him.
Damn it!
He
I
can
did
see him
not.
in his mind's eye.
Yeah, your mind's eye.
Right, Karaka? You can see him in your mind's eye.
Wait.
The best and worst things happen when the Baron is doing this kind of stuff.
Nope, that does not do what I want it to do. All right. Well,
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna just kind of like checking like back down like the first floor where everyone's at, like checking like in the corners and stuff like that,
Okay.
looking for him.
As you're looking around, you find your way back towards the band, and the belly dancer's gone.
I was only gone for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, she's disappeared.
Not in the crowd or anything.
Not in the crowd or anything.
She's good.
Almost as good as Roe.
Yeah. Roll perception.
21.
Okay. You notice that the other sliding doors, the ones that he did not go through, have a slight crack in them now.
All right, I head that way.
Okay. As you go over there, kind of open them up, and you can see somebody standing in the middle of the room. Do you want to go in?
What kind of, like, is it like a silhouette, or can I make out the person?
With the light, there's no fire going on in this room. In fact, it's kind of like a sunroom.
Okay.
Almost. The entire side of the wall is nothing but glass, and then stone, and then the doorway that you came in through. There's seating arrangements. It's low-backed chairs, almost in like a circular fashion. It's like a tea room.
Okay.
Where somebody would go to have tea, biscuits.
Afternoon tea, biscuits.
Yeah,
in the
afternoon tea, a smoking room,
Okay.
that kind of thing. Just social, kind of food
Social
stuff.
kind of room.
Yeah. There's not even bookshelves or anything in there.
What kind of shape does this? Like, what can I recognize? Like the silhouette? Like, is it like humanoid or?
Yeah, it's like a slender woman. Yeah.
Is it very shapely?
No.
Is it Carmen Sandiego?
Yes. No, the right colored color of the dress. Yes. But no, you can make out that it's the belly dancer from the bar and the dress that she's wearing.
Dude, go talk to her, man. Try and get her phone number.
And she's just standing there looking out into the night sky, and you can tell that the way the moon is, it's halfway to a full moon. So I mean, there's enough light coming into this room with all that open glass. It's a clear night too.
Yeah, I'll approach her.
Okay. She just kind of looks over at you. She gives you a little smile and just goes back to looking out the window.
Shouldn't you be dancing?
She picks up her violin and starts playing. Then you should make a will save. My will is shit too.
25.
25. As you hear her play, everything around you is gone. It just fades. And you're sitting there in a chair, kind of relaxing in front of a small fireplace. And it's nice and cozy. It's nighttime. You can hear some stuff going on behind you, and you're just sitting there with a book. And this woman comes out from behind you, sets down a little wooden tray that has some cups on it, and they're kind of steaming out of it. And it's Sarah. It's the woman that was killed in front of you. Was she killed? No, that hasn't happened yet. What? You need to stop being so paranoid. She's not gonna die. She's one of the best. But this night, there's nothing to be worried about. She's nice and safe in this home. And from the corner you hear little pitter-patter of tiny feet. Everyone jumps up, grabs a hold of it, it's like, "Surprise, Daddy!" It's a little boy. And you're just looking at him, it's like the beautifulest little half-elf boy. He's your son. It's the greatest thing ever. You look at Sarah, and you don't know how you were able to find this human woman to ever love an elf like you. But yeah, that's the love of your life, and when she passes, it's gonna be one of the hardest things of your life. And you're dreading that longing, but right now, it doesn't matter. You're here with her, and everything is perfect. Ro, make a thievery check. I just thought that. 14. 14. Yeah, your pursuits are not going. But nobody is coming towards the table now. For the most part, like all the food is if they've wanted food, they've had it. Can you get my water? Thank you, sir.
I'll take a cola.
take a maple.
Take 3/4 over here.
Hey, you got up.
I gotta do it around a dog. Is that maple? There.
Makes it even more fun. But go ahead and roll perception.
So, 21.
21? Okay. The next conversation you hear, it's kind of a somber one where a man was talking about how his niece had gone missing a couple weeks ago. Because it's been about about 13 days or so, 15 days since the beginning of the festival, and he laments that she disappeared about 16 days ago, and that nobody's found her yet, and they've gone to the constabulary and they filed the reports and they gave a drawing of her to the constables and everything, and they just haven't heard anything back yet, and this is a good distraction for them. But still, you can tell she's obviously on their mind. That's it. TNT.
Okay, I follow the shadows to the other room.
Okay. As you go through that other room, you open it up. Just get away. Yeah.
Sweet! I wanted to go to the basement anyway.
Yeah, so there's a good...
There's no basement in the Alamo.
There's a 10-foot platform, so you're able to open up the door and then...
See down that far?
Yeah, and have it close behind you and you can go down.
Okay, I go down.
Okay. It's a little kind of U-shaped as it goes down. You get down into the basement and you can see that for a bunch of crates that have been disassembled or have been broken down into just wood and stuff against the side and stuff, but as this little area right here, it's mainly just ones that have already been opened.
Okay. Anything spectacular in these open crates?
No, I mean they're empty. Like all the stuff has already been taken out. They've been disassembled for the most part. Ones that haven't been disassembled yet are just plain empty.
Okay. Shadows pointing in your direction right now?
They're roll perception. I should say.
I rolled a nat 19, so 30.
Okay, awesome. Yeah.
So where do the shadows lead me now?
You see them sneak around crates and stuff, and yeah, with your dark vision, even if you didn't have dark vision, this place, the shadows would just be guiding you directly where you needed to go.
It'd be one of those like Peter Pan shadow.
Yeah. In fact, this basement almost feels like the entire size of the mansion. Like
It's a pretty massive size.
Yeah. And as you go through it, there's giant stone pillars that support all the weight and
How
stuff.
tall is this room?
Like
how far down have I gone?
So you've gone down a good 10 feet. No.
You said 3 flights, or well,
11 feet underneath. But you can tell that all around you is solid stone, and like the entire foundation around it. This feels like it could be the entire size of the mansion, but it's not.
okay.
Like, I mean, you don't have stone. Do you know anything about stone or stone masonry?
No, he's not knock.
Yeah.
No,
Or an orc and
I got nature. That's about
or
it.
half orc. Okay. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell. It's like the stones that make up the foundation are huge. And
Are we talking like
go ahead and roll.
keystone of the Temple at Jerusalem?
Roll nature. Yeah.
Say nature, or well, can I
Nature.
use detect magic? Is it going to give anything?
Yeah, you can detect magic too.
Okay.
But roll nature first.
Oh, 24.
Okay. Yeah. These stones. This is like solid granite, and these blocks are huge. So like whatever weight is up above them is nothing. Even the pillars that are spaced out between, like they're the huge stones. This place ain't coming down.
Okay,
You
that's
know.
good to know.
Yeah.
Especially when we down here in the basement.
Like the stones they're almost the size of what's over in Giza, the pyramids.
Well, that's why I said the
Yeah.
cornerstone of the Temple of
Yeah.
Jerusalem. Because that thing
That too, yeah.
was it 10 feet tall, 20 feet
Yeah.
wide, like 8
Yeah.
feet thick or something godly
Yeah,
size?
like the pillars are solid stone. I mean, even with your blades and his adamantine shields, it would take forever to bust these things down. They're that big. But throughout, everything, you can see. Go ahead and roll detect magic with perception.
24.
24? Okay. As you look around, it's faint glows here and there. It's more...
Is it like a residue of something that was there?
It's residue of faint, mundane kind of magic. It's nothing spectacular. Like when you feel some of it, someone's like a produced flame or
low-level spells.
yeah,
like
low
that.
level, nothing. It's like mundane household kind of things. That would like either produce light or it's better seen. Nothing really standoffish. As you follow the shadows and you keep it up, you get to a section that's a really large crate that has already been opened. Go ahead and roll perception to see what's in there.
29.
29, okay. So you can see that one of the labels on the box corresponds with the number of what had the flesh golem in. As you look inside, you can see where there was a large space for a crate inside the crate, and it's gone. It's out, and there's 3 boxes inside.
Okay, the box is open. They close.
No, the boxes are closed.
Okay, can I open them?
You can try and pick one out, yeah.
Okay, I'll pick one.
Because it's like a small little crate within a crate.
Okay, I'll pick up one of the small crates.
Okay. Pick it up. Go ahead and roll a strength check to pop them open.
Overall strength check would be 12.
So, yeah, I mean, you're able to kind of jimmy out one of your daggers, and it takes a little bit to pry it open, but you do manage to pry it open. Inside is a jewelry box.
Okay, I open up the jewelry box.
Nothing's inside.
Anything special about this jewelry box?
Roll nature.
26.
It's duskwood.
Okay, I look at the other 2 crates then.
Okay, you pop up the next one. Roll strength.
10.
Yeah, this one it's solid. It's shut good. You can't,
Yeah.
even with the help of your dagger, you can't jimmy those ones out. So go ahead and roll for the third one.
11.
Yeah, that was the only one that you're able to pry open because it looked like it had already been tampered with a
Okay.
little bit. Roll a
Are the shadows leading me anywhere else right now?
no, but go ahead and roll a knowledge remembrance kind of thing. So intelligence, I guess.
18 overall, then if I'm just from my intelligence modifier.
You remember that the thing said 4 boxes. There's only 3 in there.
Okay.
But you know from the listing,
Yep.
none of the 4 boxes had been opened.
Until me just now and the one that's missing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And the shadows, they're kind of strilling around you a little bit, and they're like trying to get you to go back up.
Okay. I put everything back and I start making my way back upstairs.
Okay. Row! Make a thievery!
Getting better. So 17.
Tinging to a newt. I called that up.
Nah, nobody's coming close to the table anymore. Everybody's pretty much done eating.
Okay.
You
Scared them all away.
Yeah. Roll perception.
So 18.
18. Yeah, it's a lot of the conversation that you can kind of hear. It's all mundane, just how fancy stuff is, how the festival's going, and things like that. Kraka, you're enjoying time with your family. You're reading a book to your son. Your wife, Sarah, is sitting in front of the fireplace, just kind of lounging, watching you interact with your son. Go ahead and make a will.
That one is a 24.
Okay. You hear... Oh, she unplugged you.
No.
In the night, you can hear a howl.
Okay.
And your wife, you can tell that Sarah picked up on it. She looks a little scared, but she's putting on a strong face because your son is there. And your son's enthralled with the book that you're reading on.
Does it sound close?
No. Actually, roll perception.
That one's a 23.
23. It sounds miles away.
Okay.
But you know in these woods,
It's common.
things always sound closer than they should. It's just the way everything funnels around here.
Okay.
Yeah, you take a pause, you take a sip of the hot cider that's there. You hate this cider so much. It's but you know it's Sarah's favorites, so you drink it anyways, you know, to make her happy. Your son kind of goes like, "Can I have some, Daddy?" Do you give him some?
No.
Okay. He's like,
Mean father, you are.
it's like, okay.
That's true. Kitty,
But you know,
she wants to play with you.
yeah, just it. You had that dread feeling that the flash in your mind again of her on the ground bleeding out just hits you, and you have a tear roll down your eye. Bro, make it with thievery. See if anybody walked up for more food. Nobody's coming near the table. Like everybody's done.
I'm gonna go back into the crowd.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
It's 18.
18. Okay.
Katie, no.
As you get back into the crowd, you can see they really aren't paying much attention to you. You're able to sneak around, but you see one of the sliding doors has a crack in it.
I'm gonna go ahead and head to the crack.
Okay. As you peer in, you kind of like sneak your nose in. You're taking a look. You see the belly dancer playing on her violin. And you see Karaka sitting on this giant crescent-shaped sofa, pretending like he's reading a book and sipping on cider.
I'm going to sneak into the room.
Okay, I need you to make a will save.
Hold on, you're gonna get enthralled too.
I know I need to shove something into my ear, my giant ear first.
You should have said
Yeah, I should have said that first.
It's like the Odyssey with the waxy ears.
24.
24? Okay. You can tell that she's focused just on Karaka. You know, like she doesn't even notice you come into the door or sniffing about or anything. It's like her music. It's like it's sweet. It's haunting. But it's beautiful. But it does nothing to you. It's not like the song she used when she was in the tavern. This is something that feels almost just for him. It's almost like a pervasion of privacy as you get closer into the room. Like you're interrupting something that should only be between them. But you're in the room now. TNT!
Alright.
So you go back up into the main entryway?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you do that, go ahead and roll perception.
29.
You see people there that weren't there before.
So you're saying there may be somebody that wasn't there before?
Yeah, exactly. These people aren't dressed the same way as those that came in. It looks to be fancy clothes, but almost dirtied a little bit.
Dirty as in, like, maybe they just wore fancy clothes and did gardening, or...
Like they've been stowed and never cleaned when they came to the party.
So, like, they just moved here yesterday and didn't have anything clean to wear. So
Yeah, yeah. But you can see, like, the dust, like, still air dust kind of on the clothes and
Is
stuff.
this, like, dusty dirty or dusty, like, musky because it's, like,
Old. Yeah.
like mothballs?
Yeah. Like, it's been inside a boudoir for a long-ass time and then finally got taken out.
Okay. Do I know anything special about these people?
For the most part, they're kind of pale, and they're kind of skinny, and you could tell that they're kind of walking around people and almost
Are they ghosts?
no, kind of like what you would do when you're hunting somebody. It has almost that kind of feeling when you're out in the crowd hunting a target. You don't know if they're there to rob or whatever, but yeah.
Okay. How many people like this are there, and where are they exactly?
They're dispersed throughout the whole crowd. The ones you can kind of tell there's 6 of them.
Okay.
And then of course you can see, as you're scanning, that the door that you didn't go through, the sliding door, is kind of cracked open.
Okay. Do I see anybody standing in the doorway?
I mean, you'd have to get closer and actually look in.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay. As you kind of sneak in, you go through the door, or are you going to close the door behind you?
Yeah.
Okay. As you go in, you do that, you kind of close it. Make a will.
Okay, that's a 20 overall.
Yeah, you could tell he was coming through the door. You don't get stalled or anything. But as you walk in, you see Ro there. And you see Kraka. He's sitting down. It looks like he's holding a book. And you see him kind of move his head like that, like he's hearing something. And before him, you can see the belly dancer playing her violin.
Okay.
And again, as soon as you walk in, it feels like you're walking into something private. You shouldn't be there.
Are there any other... Is this room set up just like the other one? Was the 2 doors, or what's this room set up?
No, so this one is... One side is just completely stone. The other side is stone, and then where you came through is stone and the sliding doors. And on the opposite wall is completely open with glass windows and stuff. And it's a sunroom.
Okay.
So you can tell that it's a crescent-shaped sofa that Kraka's on, and a long, elegant table that... It's a tea room.
Okay.
Kind of thing. It's a sunroom and a tea room.
I'm just asking so that the benefit of my character actually know what it looks like.
Yeah. No. This is just a giant sitting room. Like if people can,
Alright, then I'll, without interrupting whatever this private scene is, is there any way to really inspect the walls for any kind of, like, secret passages going down or anything? Since,
go ahead and roll perception.
because if the other basement was huge but not big enough to fill the rest of the foundation, I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
27.
27. As you go through, and you're kind of skirting around
And I can use
the wall and
at the same
stuff,
time,
yeah.
who cares, but,
Like you could tell that she knows y'all are there, but she's not doing anything to stop y'all.
she doesn't care.
Yeah, she knows who y'all are. It's just one of those things like she's only interested in him. As you go through, you can see your shadows.
Dog, she wants you.
As with the moon coming in, the shadows are like thick in all the corners along the wall, and they're like, as soon as you walk up, those shadows like want to gather and like join you. But then at the same, it's kind of like a dog sniffing another dog, that kind of thing.
You got a little circle going on.
Yeah. So they're like kind of meshing, and then kind of disperse, and then yours kind of like climb up on the walls and stuff, like they're searching and feeling for passageways and stuff, and then they just come back to you.
So nothing.
Nothing that you can tell.
Okay. Then if that's the case, I'll leave the room.
Okay, everybody roll perception.
24.
12.
16.
You're still in front.
16. Okay. Ro and TNT, y'all hear a piercing scream coming from behind the sliding door
Like,
and the entranceway.
like schoolgirl scream, manly scream?
No, it's a high-pitched female scream of panic.
Okay. I run towards the door.
Okay.
I scurry off after.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as y'all open up that door, the belly dancer actually stops playing. You hear this as like the bow kind of. Yeah. Karaka, you come. Go ahead and make a will save. Just what is it overall?
14.
Fuck. Okay.
You're still in vision, I guess.
You're having fun with your son, but that howl just got closer.
I send him to bed. I send him to his room.
Okay. You send him off to his room. He's like, but Dad, I want you to keep reading to me.
Don't argue.
Okay. Bye. Good night. Love you, Mom. He just scampers off to go to his room. As soon as you throw open the door, you can see panic happening. People trying to rush out, but two people are at the door, and they have daggers, holding daggers like this, ready to fight. You see one guy just kind of rip open this lady's neck, and
You talking like Dawn of the Dead rip open?
yeah, like with his fingers and stuff.
Like rip like half
like,
of her body?
Just her neck, just rip it open. The flesh, just rip it open.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead stuff.
Yeah, and you see him just go right into her neck, and then blood just flowing.
I reach into my pouch and pull out 2 daggers and toss them to him.
Okay. You now have 2 daggers.
Hey, we're getting all the help we can get at this point. Look back at the belly dancer. What is she doing?
She is looking at it. She has this anger on her face, and she starts walking purposely up to the door, and then she just starts playing music hard and fast.
Thunderstruck. Not
Yeah.
Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck!
No, Eruption.
Yeah.
I was saying
No, it's the rude. There we go. No.
I was gonna say dueling banjos.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was saying like, you know,
Or Devil
opening the
Knight Banjo.
Barracuda. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
You and Ro feel this music just fill you up. Y'all now have haste. It can only be used to move or attack. It cannot be used for an interaction. So you have 4 actions.
This bitch is a bard.
So yeah,
Getting that?
Yeah.
so yeah, both of y'all
I'm
now
stuck in a
have.
trance, alright?
That's true. You're still in trance.
So yeah, y'all have haste. Again, just to move or just to attack.
Okay.
So the one that ripped open the chick, is that one of the 6 I noticed earlier?
Yes.
Okay, what are the other 5 doing?
Again, there's 2 at the
2
door.
of them are guarding the door.
Yeah,
So no
2 of them
one
guarding
can
at the door. So that's 2 of them. There's that third.
leave. Or the other 3?
The other 3 are in the crowd, grabbing people and just holding them tight and you tell like their nails are like long and gross, and where they're gripping them, blood's starting to dribble out a little bit. And they're just laughing like.
Where is our host, and where is the butler that has our weapons behind the locked door?
Roll perception.
26.
26. They're nowhere to be around.
Okay. Do I see any possible way to get out of this mess without hurting people?
Yeah.
Like innocent people that don't deserve to die.
What magic do you have? Just produce flame?
Produce flame and telekinetic projectile.
You can use those in a way that might throw off these people that are attacking the rich folk.
How far away is the main door that's being guarded by the two guys?
The main door is a good 60 feet.
How far away are the banquet tables?
About 40. Again, this is a massive.
Have they noticed
entryway.
us yet?
No,
Unless-
they're too wrapped up in the hunt right now.
I want to sneak over to the banquet tables then.
Okay, go ahead and roll yourself.
Okay, 23.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to quietly make your way over to the banquet table.
I sneak underneath one and produce flame and set it on fire.
Are you going to set the table on fire?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a d6.
6.
Okay. Yeah, where you hit the table, it wasn't really a good spot. Next, in 2 rounds, it will finally catch real good flame on fire, and then do that. Ro, your turn.
Okay, staying concealed,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go to the closest person or thing, whatever the fuck they are.
Mm-hmm.
Is this one holding a bystander?
Yes. So you're gonna see 4 of them amongst the crowd. There is one with its back to you. Across from it is another one. There's another one kind of holding somebody in the front, and somebody towards the banquet tables that has one.
Okay.
And then so you can sneak up behind one that has its back to you. Yeah.
Alright.
And you can tell that it has a woman because you can see the dress flapping.
Okay. So yeah,
Amazon.
so for my first action,
Mhm.
I'm going to sneak using that haste up behind him.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of jump up in between the two of them
Okay.
and kick the woman free while at the same time taking one of my acid flasks and shoving it into his mouth.
That's a lot of movement in one thing, but
That's
I
4
wanna
moves.
I wanna see you pull
that's
it off
4
for a second.
actions. Okay.
You can do it. No, yeah, you can do
So
it. That's a
first
lot.
action, I'm gonna need you to roll a stealth.
That is a 17.
Okay, so that's 17. Yeah, they're still too busy with the crowd. The crowd's going, kind of panicking.
Well, with my
They're acting like cattle right now.
Oh wait, did I forget to add my? No, I didn't. All right,
That's a
yeah,
very
because
average
I've got
switch,
that
actually.
super sneaky plus.
Yeah.
As long as I stay in. Cover.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
fine.
so-
You're fine. I mean, again, everybody's like, because of the panic, they're not even paying attention to you. What I need you to do to jump up between them is roll an athletics.
Okay, let me put that screen up.
Athletics or
It's athletics,
jump,
yeah.
Acrobatics would be the top of the
Yeah.
portion.
Well, I mean, you could do it either one of 2 ways. One, you can jump up between them, or you can climb him, like jump up onto his back and then with the momentum kick her away, or you can jump up between them and then kick her away. It's one's acrobatics, one's athletics.
Do whatever acrobatics is.
Okay.
So that's more the tumble thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 24.
Okay. You will. Okay. Roll a strength check
Oh boy.
to kick her away. I
It's not
will.
as bad as it was.
I will actually give you advantage because of that acrobatic roll.
Yeah, this is still kind of a surprise round too.
Yeah.
So that means I can roll again, right?
Yeah. Roll 2d20 and
2d20.
take the highest one.
Yeah.
Did you roll double ones?
No, a 3 and a 4.
Okay. What's the 4 overall?
5.
5. Well,
The first one I rolled before he said roll
I'm
2
sorry.
was like a 15.
Athletics check, not strength check, but athletics.
Excellent.
So is that 4 plus the athletics?
Plus 8.
Plus 8, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. It's not bad. And what were you going to do for the 4th?
I was gonna take an acid flask and shove it in his mouth, or wherever, whatever, like in his mouth area.
Yeah. Okay. His mouth's not open, but you can smash it against his face if you want. Go ahead and roll an attack. No, I'll even give you advantage on that one too.
And
This is all surprise. I mean,
This is dexterity for me.
Yes, I will let you do it finesse.
All right.
Oh, I was just assuming this was going to be like all acrobatics checks kind of thing.
No.
You're right, this is an attack. You're right. This
Yeah.
Well, that's a 19 right there, so that's
Okay.
plus 23.
So 23 overall.
Yes.
Correct.
That will hit. Yeah. So okay. You don't even see. Nobody sees this happen.
I'm under a table.
But Ro just sneaks up behind this dude, does this amazing leap in the air, and you see his jacket just flip open in the air, Neo style.
Batman sweep.
Yeah, Batman style.
Ratman.
Ratman, flip open. The tick.
I was going to say, like the Trinity at the beginning of Matrix.
Yeah. He grabs this, using his claws, he managed to, use it as this guy's neck as a pole, and he rotates himself, and he gets his feet on this lady.
Does he WWE between the ropes, kick her out of the way?
Yeah, he does that. He's doing the Rey Mysterio 619, and he manages as he plants his feet on her and he's pushing away, he pulls out a flask and just smacks it on this guy's face. And as that reaction's happening, he lets go, and that woman goes flying into some of the other people. Roll acid damage.
Acid is. I got right here.
You tend to be a jerk about that.
2d6. Double sixes. So
dang.
12
Damn.
plus
12.
2 slash.
Plus 2, so it's 14 overall.
That's good rolls. Damn, dude.
Damn, that was actually... That is badass. I mean,
Got this guy's face off. Line up with the face off. After taking his face off, kick him in the shins. Yeah, you took his face off.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Does he have a face
You
anymore?
peaked, you peaked for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cup check!
as you do that, it hits, it splatters, and half of this dude's face just melts. I mean, even the eye, and all that's left is the bone, and you can see it's starting to eat away at the bone too as it's going down. But he's still kicking. And roll a perception real quick.
I was gonna ask a question, but this will tell me for sure.
That is a 29.
29.
Yeah, that's the answer to my question.
When as the acid eats away the flesh and exposes the bone underneath, it's got a long ass fang.
No.
Yeah. Take it as you will, but yeah. His canine is longer than it should be.
About the size of one of Katie's.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And it's sharp. Yeah. So yeah, that was a fantastic turn. Holy shit. Cracker, roll the will.
I have not used you yet.
Have you used the really cool blocking mud one yet?
Yeah, I did that.
snap out of it, what the hell am I doing? And I run.
There we go. 28.
28, okay. The howl is a lot closer than it should be. You go, you tell Sarah, go to bed. She's like, you see her open up this cabinet as like all the hunting essentials that you need to take out whatever creature. She grabs a pair of pistols, and she grabs Silver Shot, and she runs up to go be with your son. You get your armor on. You put on this silver collar kind of thing, and you grab these shields. You put them on, and around the edges they have this silver tint on them. You pull on boots, and on the toes it has silver. On the heel plate it's silver. They have these exquisite patterns of the moon phases along them. You know, like hunting time. As you go, you swing open your door. Somebody just screamed bloody murder, and panic is happening around you, and the belly dancer's gone.
So I'm back in reality now? And
Make of it what you will.
alright, well, reality.
At this point, we're in his world, which reality is
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
what he said.
So yeah, that'll be one action for you. You have 2 actions.
Okay. So what do I see right now?
You see the belly dancer in the doorway playing her violin, and past her you can see the chaos, and you actually see Ro pull off his magnificent attack. And you're like, holy shit. You're like impressed by this too.
Alright.
That's gonna be
So yeah, it's
there.
I look around to see if there's anything I can use as a weapon.
You can break off a leg of a chair or break the table. I mean, it's wooden, so you can break it and use it as a poker.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So yeah, so you're gonna, as you lift up the table, you kind of like hit it with your foot with the other. Roll a athletics check.
Ooh, athletics. I'm actually good at that one. That one is 31.
31? Goddamn. Okay. Yeah. As you grab hold of the table and you lift it up and you kick it, you just shatter the wood. And you got like
use
this
that part as a shield.
Yeah. And now you have a leg in one hand. And it's jagged enough that you can use it to either pierce or bludgeon somebody with it. And you can tell there's like a big chunk of the wood that's been taken off. You might be able to use it as an improvised buckler, but it's with how easily you shattered it.
No, I'm gonna
you're not
do
gonna do
the
it
same thing for
Okay.
like another. They have 2 legs, I guess.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do the same thing to the other leg.
That is great. That's an 18.
I mean, you pretty much damaged the whole thing with that first kick. So you're able to like pry off a second one. It's the joints gave way, and it's just a club. You can only use it to bludgeon.
That's fine.
Okay, and that'll be your 3 turns. 3 actions.
Alright.
It is now. You know what? That was a surprise round. Everybody roll initiative.
23.
Jesus Christ. Was it 23?
Yeah. Initiative's based off whatever you guys are doing on
Yeah.
So I was sneaking.
So you would be doing perception.
Well, I just used athletics, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah, you use athletics. So you would do
40.
40. Okay.
You're going first.
And you would use your acrobatics
Very, so that's
for the most part, because you
Yeah.
just swung in with all that shit. You're like, yeah. You're spry at the moment.
6.
He freaking looked like
26?
Black Widow
Okay.
right there. I got him. Turns around, like 18 dead bodies. Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's Karaka, Ro, TNT, and then the other guys. The rest of the cool. So
Alright.
go.
I'm gonna go to the nearest guy.
Okay, so as you're going out, it's going to take you. What's your base speed?
25.
25. You're human, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should be 30.
It's 30.
So it's 25.
30. You're not at a bulk enough to make you encumbered.
So you're not wearing like heavier medium
Yeah,
armor.
you're wearing leather armor too. You're 30.
Okay, 30 feet then.
Yeah. So
I wonder what I fucked up.
You probably listened to his.
yeah,
This is 25.
it's gonna take you
Was.
half of a movement to get to the doors. So that's 15 feet, and you'll be able to get 15 after that. And then you're gonna have to use another move action to get into the fray, and then you'll have a free action. So your first action, you're gonna pass up the belly dancer and go outside. You actually end up getting haste. So you now
Can I
have,
club her?
You can if you want, but as soon as you walk up to her, you feel energized.
Jump into the fray. And just go straight in and just...
Yeah.
Run
There's
right
more
into her.
important threats right
Yeah.
now. But yeah, I mean, she's, from what you can gather, like she's either adding battle music to this, but as you get closer to her, it fills you with that speed. So yeah, you have 4 actions, just like the other 2. It can only be used to move or attack.
Okay.
So you can actually use this 4th one to get in, and then you'll have 2 attacks.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just run right in.
Okay. Are you going to hit the one that Ro hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you'll have 2 attacks against him.
1 in 3 with one of your staves.
So you said these are going to be clubs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They'll do 1d6. You're trained in them.
Alright,
simple
so
ones.
that's going to be a 21 for the first one.
Okay. You can actually use your feats on them if you want. Your class feats.
Well, they're simple weapons, so yeah.
Yeah. So your twin strike and everything, it works with them.
Okay, so then that'd be 22.
Yeah.
And the second one, that's a natty 20.
Natural 20. What is it overall?
25. No,
That's minus the 2 already?
no. That'd be...
I'm sorry. Your attack should be higher than that because you're proficient with these weapons. Plus your level, so that's 5, 6, 7 already.
No, actually, it's 9 because you're expert.
Oh, you're expert now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, so that's 9
What's your strength?
plus your 20.
Plus 4.
So that's 9, 10, 11.
So 33.
13. Yeah, so it's going to be 33 overall.
It's 13 overall for your attack plus
That-
whatever you roll. So
yeah.
33.
Yeah, that is a crit
That is a hard ass. Yeah.
by 1. That is a crit.
You guys are rocking, and I'm under a table trying to set it on fire, not doing much.
Damage is
A lot.
13.
So
Or
okay.
no,
So it's going to be the 2 hits. So you're going to roll 2 times the damage, or
So-
2d6.
2d6.
1 is going to be a normal. The other one you will do times 2 on. So
So-
choose the highest one.
So 10,
So roll 3d6 in other words.
Okay.
and then 4, so 14.
So 14.
15,
Okay.
total 17 damage.
17.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you hit it, you can tell that its musculature, its body is harder than a normal human's. And that hitting it with this doesn't feel as effective as it should.
Oh boy.
I mean, you definitely did damage. I mean, you can hear bone crack, but it was not as easily as it should have been.
Okay.
So it cracked, it didn't shatter.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's definitely tougher than it should have been. Ro.
Alright, what's the dagger damage?
1d4.
1d4.
They're not much, but they have a 10-foot range for throwing and 1d4, but, you know, something's better than nothing.
Okay.
There's some good down there. It's kind of hurried. Good.
So yeah, I guess what I'm gonna do with that guy that we're both attacking,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna take those 2 daggers and I'm just gonna plunge them into his neck.
Okay. What class feats do you have? Do you have the twin strike?
No.
No. Okay. Oh yeah, you went range for a little bit. Okay. So yeah, you have 3 actions.
Did you take...
I'll do it, I guess, with 1 dagger instead too.
Yeah. So you're gonna do 1 dagger.
Did you take Precise Strike, or which one did you take for the Hunter's Feet for Hunted Prey?
Yeah.
I took.
Because Karak and I both took Flurry. I thought you took Precise.
Because if you took Precise, it'll still work with this. It'll give you a
1d8.
yeah. And you can use your bonus move action from haste to declare a target for hunt prey.
Okay.
So you're going to get whatever bonus from that as well.
I just wrote Hunter's Prey, Hunter's Edge, Quick Draw.
Okay.
Yeah, so Hunter's Edge is the one that you would have written down for either Flurry, Precision, or the Precision Traps.
Which I didn't do.
We'll do precision. That's fine.
Alright.
That's what you would have gone with.
That's what. It's
So you get a
what were
plus
doing, yeah.
2 to attacks? Or 1?
Give me 1 second.
We're going to leave that up. Yeah. But yeah, so your bonus move action, I'm going to say right now, is for your Hunter's Edge.
Okay, so Precision, you're trained to aim for your prey's weak points. First time you hit your hunted prey in a round. You also do 1d8 additional precision damage. Let's see, precision damage increases the damage you already deal using the same type, but is ineffective against creatures that lack vital organs or weak points. At 11th level, it goes up to 2d8. 19th level, it goes to 3d8.
Okay. In fact, you know what? Because yeah. So yeah, your move action right now is to do Hunter's Prey on it.
Okay.
So you get that extra bonus. So go ahead and do your first dagger strike.
Alright.
Oh, it's Hunter's Edge, yeah.
Yeah. So with that, you'll actually have you'll still have 3 strike actions against it.
Yeah, I'm rolling.
No matter what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you use the haste or not on the move to do it. So.
Okay, so it's gonna be Dexterity.
Mm-hmm. These are finesse weapons.
Yeah, and I do the total on the
Yes.
damage or the attack, the weapon
Yes.
thing. Right. So it's
If you want, go ahead and switch it to dexterity if it's not already.
yeah, it is on Dexterity.
Okay. Then yeah, it's your total.
Yeah, so it's 22.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll d4 and a 1d8.
That's 6 total. That's 3 and 3, and plus I guess would he still get the 2?
Yes, he will get the 2 acid.
Yeah, that's 2 persistent. Yeah.
So how much was it overall?
6,
Okay, so 6.
7, 8, or the 6 plus 2 acid.
Yeah, as you sink that dagger in, you can tell that it's harder to get that dagger into his flesh, but you know where to hit a human target, and you went for the heart, and you pierced his heart, and he collapses down. Roll a reflex.
Natty. 91.
Okay.
So
13, 14, or 23, 33, 33, what is it?
it's a 33.
Okay, as he falls down, you're actually... That's a fucking crit right there. The DC for that was 18, so yeah, you fucking smashed it out of the window. As he goes to fall down, like, you manage to twist him and his body, and as he lands on his back, your dagger sinks even further into him. And then, like, you're standing on his chest in, like, one of those superhero landing poses. And you're looking at the rest of them, like, you can go ahead and roll and intimidate if you want.
Sure, why not? Well, how many moves do I have left?
That's you will have a move or 2 moves or 2 attacks.
Okay.
Or because that was one for the Hunter's Edge, which is so that's going to take up 1 action no matter what. I'll say that'll be your normal move. Then you just attacked, so you have either a normal action or a haste action left.
Okay. Well, after
I will do intimidate for free.
Okay, after I
because it was a process of
Okay.
what just happened. So go ahead and roll an intimidate before anything else happens.
No, I tend to intimidate him, buddy.
What was it overall?
Overall, 3.
Holy shit! Yeah, people just see you take down this thing. They're like, "What?
That just happened.
What the hell?"
But what I do.
But yeah, now you have 2 actions.
Alright, I do have the Monster Hunter feat.
Okay.
So I am going to. I'm just pulling it up real quick so I can.
Yeah.
What is it?
Give me 1 second. Monster
Because
Hunter. You swiftly
this helps
assess your
them.
prey and apply what you know. As part of the action used to hunt your prey, you can attempt to check a recall knowledge about your prey. When you critically succeed identifying your hunter prey with recall knowledge, you note a weakness in the creature's defenses. You and allies you tell gain a +1 circumstance bonus to your next attack roll against that prey. You can give bonuses from Monster Hunter only once per day against a particular creature.
So basically, I relay to them, go for the heart.
Actually, what you want to do
Go for the eyes, boo.
is, you know, this thing is a vampire, and you know, silver, and through the heart with a stake. So silver in the heart, or wood in the heart, will do it. Anything that's physical, because of the way their bodies are, they're resistant to physical attacks. So like your acid, because it's a chemical, it wasn't resistant to that. But your dagger and his clubs, yeah, because of his musculature, it did not as much damage. But yeah, you know that if you're using silver against these things, it's not. There's no resistance. It's going to slide right into them like normal.
So I relay that information.
Yeah, so you can shout out, "Stab him with silver!"
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you want to do that in your voice, whatever.
I want to hear it. I want to hear you say it. I want to hear it.
You gotta stick it with silver! That's not even it.
Okay,
Right! Blokes! Stab him in the heart with silver or wood!
That kind of turned like Scottish at the end.
I know.
Yeah.
I lost it. Leave me alone.
And you know, you got tiny little forks in your
Oh, I know,
pouches
that was
that
my- that
might
was-
be silver.
That was gonna be my next move. I was
Okay.
saving that.
Yeah. So you still have. That'll be 1 action. So you have 1 more action. It could be either to move or attack or
Yeah, I was gonna.
because that's pretty much an interaction.
Yeah.
Because you're interacting.
Oh, I was gonna do that. I was gonna attack the next target and pull out one of my little silver forks and
Stab him with a
stab
fork.
him with it.
Okay.
Why are you spewing, cousin?
Actually,
go.
go ahead and do that because you know if you don't, this thing is going to turn to mist and
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Jen.
So yeah,
was
I
pretty
pull
funny,
out my
man.
little. I pull out a fork and stab him in the heart.
Go ahead and roll an attack. You got to beat 10. So
I beat it.
just beat 10.
I beat it.
Okay. Yeah, as you stab that silver fork into its heart. Oh yeah, it's silver, baby. And it goes straight through that skin, almost like a hot knife through butter. And as you pierce that heart, this thing turns to dust. Like the clothing is fine, but the body just dust. And it kind of like
Nothing you can do with all dead. Go through his pockets for loose change.
so that's your action. It is now TNT's.
Did I see all this go down?
Yeah, I mean you're underneath the table and
Okay.
the flaming table now.
I scurried away from that.
Okay, so that's gonna be a move action.
Yeah. How many forks are left on top of the tables?
Make a perception.
29.
29. There are. You know what? I'll be nice. Roll a d20.
3.
There are 3 knives left. He has the rest of them,
Okay.
or they're scattered about the floor. You know, you as you look, because you're mainly focused on the table. There's that many left. He has a whole bunch in his pocket, but you know that when that scream happened, there were also little ting ting tings on the floor of the silverware. So if you do a quick little pan, you'll see that there's some on the floor too.
Okay. As long as I can see them.
Yeah.
How close are the closest vampires to me?
There's one that's like 10 feet away from you. And that's the one that had ripped open the neck and is feasting on this lady.
Okay. You know exactly what I'm going to do.
Go for it.
Alright. I'm going to use telekinetic projectile. I'm going to throw one of those forks at that
Roll
dude's
your
heart.
spell attack.
And don't forget your plus whatever. So you said.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not flanking or anything, but you're behind them. That's fine.
Well, I mean, from the monster
I'm just
hunter.
trying to make
No,
sure
yeah,
my spell
yeah,
attack
yeah.
right.
Yeah. Spell attack.
Yeah, I did update. Okay, I'm sure I did update it.
Okay.
26.
26. That'll hit.
Okay. I fling a fork at him.
Fling a fork at him. It is back.
We're going straight for the heart.
Okay. Roll the damage then.
What's the damage going to be on that?
Whatever the telekinetic thing is, it's always a 1d6.
In this
But
case, well, 2d6 because of Titans, because of my level.
yeah, so 2d6.
Plus, I wrote that part down. 2. Oh, I'm sorry, no, that's 3d6 at this point.
Because you're level 5. Yeah, 3d6.
Yeah, 3d6 plus 2.
Yeah.
And so what is that? 14.
14.
West Coast finally showed up.
Okay.
Did you not hear me make a comment about that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, as you sling that fork out, it's not even paying attention, and it stabs right into his back, and it's like hot butter, like a knife through hot butter, a hot knife through butter. Either or, it's all good. It's sliding right into him, and he roars out in pain, and the body just drops. How many actions was that? 2?
To
the
do
telekinetic?
telekinetic, it's 2 because all spells are 2
Okay.
actions.
You have one more action. Actually, you have 2. You can move and attack. Because you start off with 3, okay, but you're still on haste. So you have that bonus move or
But I
attack.
can't do telekinetic projectile again because that takes too long.
No, you could. Because you got to remember, you got one action to do whatever, and then you got that bonus to do an attack or a move.
Well,
So you
let's
could do telekinetic to do a
Let's
second.
do the telekinetic.
Yeah,
thing.
go for it.
How close is the next closest person to me?
He's going to be 30 feet.
Okay, so that's my range.
Okay.
22.
That'll hit. Barely, but it'll hit.
And this one sucked. What is that? This one only does 11.
Okay. Yeah, that one you get like in the shoulder, and he's like, and he just kind of like throws the person he has on the ground. It's now their turn. So, two of them, the ones that you just hit, they're just gonna try and find you. The one that got stabbed in the back knows to turn around, and he just like chunks the body on the, it's just, it fell, and he's like, you just see all this blood down the front of it. He sees you, like he knows you're there. He's gonna move up to you. Are you still underneath the table?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just kind of went up and then.
Well, no, I just looked at the floor and said, oh, okay, you there, you there.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So he knows it came from underneath that table. He goes and he flings that table, and it would. How much of a problem? It goes flying. You hear
There's
like
plenty of good food on that table, you bastard.
You hear all the food food fight. All the food goes flying. It crashes.
He's got plenty of food.
Yeah.
I got it.
And then he's just
the custards, the custard.
he's going to swipe down at you.
Oh, goody.
Wow, really? Shit. Okay. He misses. He's just hurting on his back. He's like, "Nyah!" And he just misses. The two by the door, they see this, but they're standing by the door, so they're not doing anything. But they're like, what the hell's going on?
Are they inside or outside?
They're inside.
Okay.
They're inside. So like their backs are against the door and all
How
that.
far away am I from the door?
60 feet.
Huh?
60 feet.
I'm still 60 feet from the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
50, 60 feet around there.
How about
This
from
is a
the,
massive.
How about from where the weapons are being kept?
That's near the doors. That's about 55
Okay.
away. as that happens, the other two, the one that you hit in the shoulder, grabs the woman that he's with and just rips her throat open and then tosses her to the ground.
Oh.
And he's going to take 2 move actions to go rush at you. And the other one that was kind of near where the front are, that one saw Ro take down the one he did. He's like, and he too just rips open this dude's neck with his claws. And then he's going to go run after
I saved one.
And it is now Caracas' turn.
Alright. Move up to the next one.
Okay, so he is now closer. Actually, you really don't have to move up to him because he's there.
Okay. Is he? He's paying attention to him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use one of the legs, and you said it's kind of like a pointed, shattered kind of tip. I'm gonna use that and try to stab it through his chest like a stake.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the attack.
That is 30.
30. That'll hit.
All right. That is 9 damage. Not 9 damage. That is 7 damage.
Yeah, it feels hard to pierce through this thing with wood. It really doesn't do anything. Like you stab at him, and like it kind of gets him in the chest, but nowhere near the heart. You know, it doesn't pierce anything even close.
Paul Rubens and Buffy.
Yeah. Yeah. You have
pissed off.
2 more actions. Now you could check out your boots if you want. I mean, they might have silver on them. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and kick him.
Okay. Make the attack.
Ooh, that's a natty 20.
Okay, what is it overall?
That is going to be a 29.
29. I've been waiting for this for fucking ever. Okay.
Kick him in the nards.
As you go and kick him.
Just out of instinct, I didn't even...
Yeah. Just out of instinct, you go to kick him, and you kick him square in between the legs. And as your foot travels upwards, it meets no resistance. It keeps going up and
Ridiculous
up.
wonders. Ridiculous trainers.
And I need you to make a reflex roll.
Fall flat on the ground.
Yep. That is a 17.
Okay, yeah, dude, you missed it by 1. Jesus Christ. Okay, so as your foot, you're expecting resistance, because, I mean,
Yeah.
you've never fought one of these things
Human
before,
body.
but you think it's a human, but it meets no resistance. Your foot just goes right up in between this thing. You even see, like, smoke starting to come off, and as your foot goes up, everything's just turning to dust around it, and you go through its heart, and you just fall flat on your back, and this thing just crumbles to dust around you. Yeah!
I should have drop kicked it.
Do you still have your detect magic going?
Yeah. I almost never
I need
did
you to
that.
make a fortitude save.
I may have just blinded you.
20.
Okay, yeah, you're too focused on the guy on you, but you see this massive flash of light from just magical light of your detection just fill the room as coming from their direction as his foot went right up through him. And as you kind of look at him, his feet are glowing like bright.
Jet boots.
Let's see. You had 2 actions. You still have your haste for 1, so it's a move or a attack, and you got 1 regular action. So
How close am I to the next guy?
you're still across the room. You'll be able to make it because of the crowd. You're gonna have to take 2 actions to get to him. because
That's fine.
it's going towards
I'll go
TNT.
just run to the next guy.
Okay. Yeah, so that's going to be your... Yeah, because you're having to push people out of the way to get to him, but you can cut him off before he gets to TNT.
Okay.
Okay. So that's going to be your full action. Row.
Alright, so I'm going to use Quick Craft to take 2 forks out of my pocket and my dagger and attach them to the end of my dagger.
Okay.
So I now have a handle.
Okay! that'll work. That'll work.
And
That's going to take an action to do it, but yeah. So you still have your haste
Yeah.
and then 2 regular actions.
so I'm going to haste to the next vamp.
Okay, it's going to take you... Now, are you going after the one...
The closest one to me.
Okay, so you're going to go with him
Okay.
to do it. It's still going to take you 2 actions to do it. So you're still going to have that haste action left,
Okay.
which is going to be to attack, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll it.
Pull up my attack again so I have it read. There. Alright. 16.
That'll miss. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Plus my 2. So that's 18. I get the 2 circumstances.
That'll still miss.
Okay, so I was just saying.
Yeah.
I always forget that.
Yeah, as you're diving throughout the crowd, and you manage to get over him, you go to like hit his leg to try and stop him in his tracks, and as you do, he moved a little bit too quick for you. Yeah, that's about it. But now you got a silver on your dagger.
Yeah.
So that's good.
I quick crafted 2 forks to the end of my
TNT,
dagger.
your turn.
Quick craft 2 4. All of a sudden, quick crafting was worthful.
I want some quick crack.
Yeah.
That was some crack. Okay, so how many do I have on me?
They managed to intercept one of them that was coming at you. You have one that was leaning over to swipe at you. Yeah.
Okay, so just him?
Yeah. So you just have to deal with him right now.
Okay.
Now that one has the 2 forks in his back.
2 forks?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to produce flame and just punch it at him.
Okay. So it's going to be 2 actions to produce it.
And then 1 action to attack with it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
24.
24. That will hit.
So I'm going to borrow a couple years because I don't feel like getting mine out. Nine points of damage.
9. Okay. And then you have 1 more attack from the haste.
I'm picturing
Or either
like,
a move or
all this
attack.
chaos is ensuing. The band is still playing their song, like the crew from Titanic.
The harpsichord, yes. The others, that because he's deaf. He doesn't. With the way the harpsichord is set up, like he's facing the wall with the harpsichord, and he's deaf.
It's like that scene from Spider-Man when they go into the library. And
Yeah. So he's deaf. He's still playing. The rest of the band is like fucking gone.
I have 1 action left.
Yeah. Because you used the flame as a melee attack, it's not gone. So you still have it.
Oh, okay. So I could try to do it again.
Yeah, it's sustainable that way. Yeah. Well, as soon as you throw it, it's gone. But if you use it as melee, it's sustainable.
I will use it as a secondary attack then,
Okay.
using Flurry.
Okay. So that's -4.
So, well,
Well, fists are agile, so minus whatever it is.
3.
Yeah.
28 minus 3, so 25 overall.
Okay, that'll hit.
Yeah, screw it, just multiply this by 3, whatever I roll. Alright, and that's 11 points.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I rolled a 3 and it's times 3.
Yeah.
So.
As I mean, are you punching him or are you like judo chopping the dude?
I'm judo chopping the dude because it's more fun.
Yeah. So the first one, you hit him in the chest. You can see the flame kind of spread on him a little bit. The second one, you hit him directly in the neck. And he's like... And you can feel like... Because it's a magical attack now, just... His shoulder just pops out of place. Is just hanging there. He's like... And you can tell that his skin itself is starting to darken. As you just attacked him.
So he's cooking.
Yeah. The one that you two intercepted.
The fact that it's by Stradivarius makes it a good song automatically, Jen. They make good music.
Okay. Okay. That one that y'all managed to cut off, he is pissed off.
Pissed.
Ugh. And he hits Ro for 7. And that is the end of it. So it's like he just does a flurry of attacks. Only one made it. And then the one on TNT. Oh, let's see.
This doesn't sound good.
With
finger in yawn mouth +1.
Very hard. Let's see. 19 plus 2.
Whoa, she's doing 2 fingers? Whoa, hey, wait a minute.
Careful, I'm not that loose.
Ooh. That is a crit.
I just got crit by a vampire?
Yeah.
Shit. Is he trying to grapple me? Bring it on.
You take 14 points of damage from the claw. He can't. Yeah, he can. Yeah, I'm sure he got you. What is your Fortitude DC?
Fortitude DC. That's my Fortitude +10?
Yeah.
21?
No. Without the use of his second arm, he tries to grab you, but you shake him off. And first. Yeah, he's hurting too much. He does nothing. As that happens, you can hear shattering from the room y'all came in. And even more of these things just come running in.
More vampire things?
Yeah. They just come running in. From that, from up the stairs, you hear, "Your interlopers will be dealt with." As you look up, it's Lord Dragolovich. He has a giant two-handed weapon. With a bastard sword, good one. It's got a little silvery glint to it. And he jumps off of the highest rung of the stairs, and he has that sword straight into the guy that was attacking you. As that happens, it turns to dust, and he goes through the dust, so you just see the dust just fly out.
And I see the pretty elf man.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's blade.
And this thing
I was thinking.
stabs the ground, and like the marble that's on the ground cracks underneath it.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden you just see shadow. Everybody sees shadow. Physical shadow just rise up from all the corners of the room and just start piercing these vampires and holding them at bay.
So it's like hell.
Yeah. But shadows.
I want that power.
Yeah.
Give me that
See
power.
that.
How do I get to do that? I want to do that!
And as that happens, the two that are guarding the door, you hear this scream come from them. And as you look, you see this blade slice through the door. And these things just turn to dust, and the door just gets pushed open. And you see this man in full plate mail. And he has 4 wings sprouted from his back, and a halo over his head, and the mask and everything. Go ahead and roll knowledge. It's just straight up knowledge. You're proficient. It's fine.
4.
Advantage. Roll. Oh my god!
Okay, there we go. 17.
Okay. You heard stories about this kind of stuff? This dude's a fucking angel. But is he an angel? What the hell is an angel doing here?
What are vampires doing here?
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
And yeah, and as that happens, all the vampires that are left in the room, the one that was intercepted by y'all, just turn to it, and he produces an orb. And that orb shines bright in the entire room. And the vampires that are all in there just turn to dust. In fact, the shadows even sink back into the ground, and the angel just flies over to that room, and all of those vampires just turn to dust.
Baroness is all.
All the vampires are dead. There's now dust, and the people are running outside the building.
That's quite the party that was thrown there.
That was not the party that I hoped to throw. Are you alright?
We'll see.
Good. Good. It's like, this was not the greetings I wanted to happen in this town, but it will do. They will be talking about this for centuries. Hey, you know, he helps you, gives you a pat on the back.
You trying to pull a Jack Skellington?
The
He's going to talk about for years to come?
yeah, the angel turns around. Everybody go ahead and make perception.
Is that the summer we used?
21.
23.
23?
17.
17? Okay. Yeah, this is some exquisite looking plate mail.
Is it sparkly?
No, it's silvery. There's a silver tint to it. And as you see him holding a scimitar where the guard is a flame and the blade itself looks almost like a wing.
Cool.
As he gets a little bit closer, you can see on the front of his chest is the symbol of Sarenrae, but around it is a lion standing up, roaring, with a sun behind it.
I keep seeing that damn symbol everywhere.
You see him, he puts the orb in a pouch, removes his helmet. As he does that, the halo disappears, the wings just like turn into energy and just disperse. It's Brother Vance. Yeah.
Brother Vance is pretty badass.
Although, you know more than what these two would know. And we'll deal with that later. Is everybody alright here?
Lightball Trey!
How are you? Are you okay, bro?
Good seeing you.
Yes, well, I was informed, well, I felt these creatures coming into my city. Yeah. I do not take kindly to these things being here.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them.
Yeah. But I'm glad y'all brought me the Sun Orb. This is a good test of it. To see what it can do in the future.
So it does work against the darkness.
Yes. Which is good. It'd be very needed. Well,
All of these things?
these were vampires. But
Yes, I gathered that.
they're just spawn. These weren't the masterminds.
Why?
Chikolovich is like, yes, well, I have been hunting down the mastermind, but he is a tricky little bastard. I'm not
Do you know
pleased
who
with
it
it.
is?
Unfortunately, yes. He comes from Darkholm, my hometown. He is someone I have spent time with that decided to take a dark path, and it led him to this. I will kill him.
Spend time with them. Define how much.
That is a question you may not want to know.
Try
I have known him for 500 years.
Okay.
He is a tricky sort, yes.
Is there still some barbecue wings in there?
But
Off on some.
Oh yeah, there was barbecue and movie in a row.
if you wish to stay here for the night and recover, it's fine. Go home if you wish, but I would still like to have a talk with you, yes.
Yes, especially about your former compatriots.
I think that will be splendid.
Absolutely.
Can we have our gear?
Oh, yes! I'm so sorry about
This
that.
fight would have been much easier with
And then from the staircase, from the opposite side, the stone wall just kind of moves open, and then the elderly gentleman comes out. It's like, oh dear me, this is not good. Much cleaning must be done. He walks over and he opens up the door. It's like, feel free. Do you have the ticket still?
that. I believe he does.
Thank you. He takes the ticket. He goes in. He
The
collects
card and food and everything.
He's just holding it by the corner.
Picks up the ticket.
Yeah. He puts it and he drops it
It's
on the
wet
table.
for some reason.
He grabs your gear. And he closes
like
the door
crap.
behind him. And he gives it back to y'all. It's like, well, this would have gone better if y'all had that, huh? Sorry about that, but
Rules are rules,
yes.
especially for parties.
Well, my compatriots, I must say this is a very, very taxing night. This was. Go ahead and roll perceptions.
23.
I don't see anything.
19.
14.
Yeah, you could tell that Jakolovich is. He looks a little weary from what he just did. Like it sapped him. But he still looks strong.
Well, the sun will probably need some damage.
Yeah. Actually, no. The sun orb doesn't look like it affected him at all. He looks fine. But yeah, Yep. Please, if you want to stay, I have rooms. In fact, I think one of you found one of my rooms. My daughter's room.
I just glare at him.
He just like brushes it off a little bit. I have other rooms if you need, but if you want to stay here or go home, it's fine. But
Oh, we have much to discuss.
good. Brother Vance is like, I have to get back to the cathedral. I want the Sonor back in safety. I will see you gentlemen later, and hopefully this won't be a growing situation. And he goes ahead and walks off, and then you see the wings just sprout as he puts his helmet back on, and he flies off.
Later, Padre.
You just see like a foot. Yeah, so y'all are free to go back to the alchemy lab if you want.
I ain't staying in this place.
Okay.
I refuse to stay.
You refuse to stay? Okay.
He and I got stuff to talk about.
Okay. If you want to go right now, that's fine. You and Ro are pretty much done for the night.
Okay.
Yeah, but with him, I want to still be on
That's fine.
the thing. So
yeah,
you can stay too if you want.
Well, I'm gonna.
I mean, this is your house. Huh?
Yeah,
No, you gotta leave.
Go in the garage while I do this stuff.
Ro's gonna do is he's actually gonna go see his fence down in the Undercity.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the
Okay.
Kajins. The what clan are they?
Oh, the dross. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him about seeing if it's possible they can get me some
Okay.
adamantine.
It's dark still, so this is like
They're probably-
12, 1 o'clock at night. They're
Okay.
closed.
Yeah, I'll go to Clancy's, and depending on how
Okay.
long y'all.
My thing, we got stuff to talk about.
So yeah, like overall, then that's what he's
Okay.
gonna do. Is
As you start walking out,
that thing off.
yeah, Ro knows the quickest way to the sewers, and he rushes off to it. Make me a perception as you leave.
ooh, that is a 13.
A 30? Okay. As you walk out, you do find here in the streets, you can, in the dark, you can kind of
I
make
have
your
glow
way out.
sticks.
Yeah.
The glow sticks thing still. So.
I mean, the street lamps are out. They're
okay.
on. You're able to do it. You hear a noise down one of the alleys, and as you go down it looks like a dog. As you get a little bit closer, it's not a dog. And this thing,
Sit down for this.
just real quick.
Oh boy.
You don't have to do. Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ.
Just when you thought I couldn't get it.
Okay.
I'm about to go to a
Yeah.
fucking point of madness.
Probably.
As you get closer, this thing stands up on its hind legs, and it is massive. And it swipes down at you, gets your whole chest, and just rips it open. I mean, your leather armor is now just shredded. I mean, you didn't even get a chance to put your shields up, and it just rips into you. Make a will save.
That's a 30.
Okay. You manage to not go insane. That was actually pretty good. I mean, you rolled really well. But this is a werewolf. And he just ripped you open. And you can feel the blood coming out of you. And you start to pass out. Go ahead and roll a fortitude.
That's an 18.
You pass out.
Okay.
And as you hit the ground, you're back in the cabin. And you're reading to your son. And you're watching your wife.
Goody.
Alright, Ro, you're on your way to the underbelly, you're fine. You know your way to the sewers and you're good. We'll deal with that next session.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I basically just got fucked this session.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanna fuck me, please?
It goes around. It goes around.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're next.
Yeah.
I don't know. I took madness twice already.
No, he's fine. I mean, he's off to the
forgot.
underbelly. Yeah. You managed to save yourself with that shit. I mean,
Actually, yeah, your will save at 30 yet.
yeah.
The second one-
You gotta remember, he failed.
The second, they were both. The first one was a 19. The second one was a 20.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, Ro, you go to the underbelly. So you can watch this. So,
Yeah, I'm watching.
peace.
He likes to watch.
My house.
Come with me, Timothy. And he goes into the library room. He turns the chair around and he kind of does that. And one of the chairs, like, literally gets up and starts moving over and sits down in front of him. So both of y'all are... The fireplace is right here, chairs right here, and chairs right here. So y'all are facing each other, kind of angled at the fireplace. I know there's questions you would like to ask about. Go ahead. What am I? That is a tough question, really. I am an elf.
You're not.
No, I assure you, I am an elf.
You were once maybe.
I don't know about that. He picks up one of the silver forks. He does nothing to him. And he just kind of... He does that Val Kilmer thing where he just twirls it between his fingers. Alright.
Good
See you later. Don't remind me.
Thanks.
What happened?
No, I changed it to where it's... softer music. Yeah, the music's done. The harpsichord was he finally got told, hey, everything's done. The old butler managed to walk him out, and he's like,
There's bodies everywhere.
yeah, you see that as he's walking you into the library. And with that, there are things in this world that the church does not want you to know. I know where you are from. I know about your clan. I've used them before. It is most advantageous to have the Crimson around. I have done some things for them too. It's scratch my back, I'll scratch your back kind of deal.
Considering where your party just went, the fact that we saved any of your party goers, I'd say we scratched your back a little bit.
Yes, and that is why I will help you with your new pets.
Pets?
You see him do that, and it's a produced flame, but it's not like yours. This is like blue, a mix of blue and black. I mean, it's not even Clancy's. Clancy's was like a sky blue, very bright, but this feels dark and not good. And you can feel that there's no warmth coming from it. It's like a chill in the air. It's like this is
That
one
and
thing
your
that will happen.
Shadow spirit. How do you do that?
They are... One comes from the other, I must say. The shadows pick who they will. And the fact that you managed not to alarm mine makes me proud. It means that I have chosen someone right.
Chosen?
Yes, I mean, I knew those things would be coming tonight. They stole something from me. Actually, two things from me. And I do not take kindly to those that steal from me. But you and your compatriots proved yourselves tonight that you can handle yourselves. And I might have use for you. If you help me there, I will teach you more.
I'm listening.
There is... I don't know how much you would know being from outside Calderon, but the darkness is real. I don't know... I don't know if you know the truth of your lineage.
I know the rumors, but I don't pay them much mind.
The rumors are true. You see, when the war happened, demons and those of the dark, they enjoyed life a little bit too much. And they left the darkness. But they fought against the darkness. It's wonderful. But sometimes they would inhabit the bodies of mortals and would have offspring. In fact, that is where your bloodline comes from. It's from Chateau Spawn that inhabited a body and reproduced. So that chateau, it's amazing that it has not come out sooner, but that is part of you. That is yours by birthright. I don't know what was used to unlock it, but I can only imagine that it was quite traumatic.
You could say that.
But with guidance, with use, you could do what I did. It does take it out of you. You use your own spirit to fuel it. Kind of like with magic in itself. It takes a part of you to do it. Most wizards I fear for your gnome friend that the older they get, the magic warps the mind. They tend to forget things. They forget spells that they may have already known. It takes a toll on them. Sorcerers, the magic eats away at their body, and as they get older, it's...
But what of you? Over 500 years and yet you're fine.
Yes, that is the trick, isn't it? That's... I might show you. He puts his hand on his face, and he removes his face. But as he does that, you can see that it's like a porcelain mask. And what was underneath looks more ancient than it should. And as that happens, as he takes it off, as he's twirling the fork, you can see it starts burning his fingers. Just a little bit of smoke rising off of it. And then finally he takes it, sets it down on the table. You could say, I am one with the darkness. But it does not control me. I control it. To an extent. Unfortunately.
What is that mask?
Oh, this? Oh, it's an ancient thing. Roll perception.
19.
Okay. The shadows, as soon as he took that off, your shadows, they're terrified
Of him or the mask?
of him.
They loved him before.
They loved him before, but they're terrified, and they're like backing away into you. And he sets the mask down onto the table, and you can see it's like pure, just porcelain, like a porcelain mask. Just with even the eye holes are covered up and everything. Even the mouth, the nose, it's just one solid piece that it's a blank porcelain face. And then as you look at him, you can kind of see the shadows. The shadows just form what looks to be a lion head.
Don't tell me.
Roaring. Standing up on its hind legs, the sun behind it. You see, there are forces in this world that want this world to keep going. And unfortunately, where we come from, the church, it does not want that to happen. The church is not the church anymore. It was infected by evil about 100 years ago or so. But even after the Great War, they rounded up artifacts such as this, destroyed them. Hard work, life destroyed. Those that showed any kind of great power would be killed. They would go missing. That's all the families would know. That's all that would happen. When rumors of the darkness coming again, it would happen once in a while. The church would still say nay, nothing was there, and yet the corruption would continue. It was heavy on all of us. But things happen. People move on. And here's Calderon. Here's Battlebrook. Our little haven. But you see me...
Even no more, you mean?
This will be a haven still. With us, with you, we will make it so. If we have to die to keep it, we will. I have a feeling you will die to make it happen.
So be it.
However, I fear for your friends. The rats, I don't know.
He's very resourceful.
Most rat folk are. I mean, they are some of the best scouts I have ever had. They are the best smugglers I have ever met. In fact, they have done many a thing for me in this city too.
It's your people's fault. You did it.
What do you mean, you people?
This is where
You mean you people. Alright.
they are useful. I hold no ill will towards them. They are like me. They are like you. They broke free from the darkness. That is all that matters. That's all that counts. And the fact that he is fighting whatever is wrong with him. But I fear that madness will overtake him. I fear what your friend is going through, Karaka, it will overtake him too. He is torn. Miru has told me so. At the mention of that name, you hear the sliding doors open and close behind you. And out from behind the chairs and standing with one arm draping over the chair, it's the belly dancer. And it's Miru. I have known her all of her life. She is one of my favorites. He holds up his hand, she puts her hand in his hand and gives it a little kiss. Like, she's not terrified of this ancient, decrepit look on his face. I mean, his cheeks are sunken and he just looks old, and his hair is just silvery white and long and down to his shoulders. You don't know if that's changed or not, because it still looks like the hair he's had when he had the mask on. But you see, she has a gift.
With that body, I would say so.
She can bring memories back to the forefront. She can see those memories as they happen. Your friend has been affected by madness, just like your Rakfolk friend Ro. But his is different. While Ro's is something symptomatic of his race, the skittering, it could be beneficial to him. It might be. I don't know. But your friend Karaka, if he does not solve the split in his soul, I fear for him. I fear he may succumb to the darkness. He may be overtaken by that split, or just done in by it. I don't know. For you, whatever happened to you caused your shadows to appear. And I could tell they have grown fond of you. It's not often. Normally when shadows come out, they consume what they do not like. But they like you. And that is unique.
Your shadows seem to like you.
Maybe not at the moment, after I showed my true face, but I think in time they'll grow accustomed to me. But it's... Have you ever seen a dog fight another dog?
Yes, it's usually very unpleasant.
Well, thankfully, mine have been trained well. Yours seem like a pup still. Terrified of the bigger dog, but it's got some fight in them, I can see.
They take after the master.
Good, good. You will need that for what is to come.
And what is to come?
Make fortitude check.
Madness.
20.
20. You feel a hard hit on the back of your head, and the room just starts spinning, and you conk out. You don't know how long it's been as you wake up, but you're outside now. And you're just groggy, and Meru is standing above you, and she just kind of sits down next to you, cups your face with her hand, and goes in, kind of like nuzzle you a little bit. Make a will save.
And here comes the madness. 14.
Yeah, you are entranced by her.
That happens sometime.
You don't even feel the pain in your neck. You don't even feel the draining that's happening to you. But you know something's going on, but right now you're just
She's hot.
happy. You're happy to be there with her. Roll fortitude.
20.
20? Okay. You can feel your heart start to beat slower. You can start to feel the pain now. But you can't move your arms. You can't move your legs. You can't even turn your neck. You can feel yourself slipping away. The vision in your eyes starts to grow dark. And somehow, for some reason, you can tell your shadows are screaming, but at the same time, elated for what's about to happen. As Meru gets up, Jakolovich comes over, pulls out a thin dagger, slices his wrist, and he holds it above you, over your mouth. And the blood starts dripping into your mouth.
Ugh.
But as that happens, it's like
You wanted to stay.
you're thirsty for this. You want it. You want more of it. It's like you're so thirsty that.
Is it really like a wine bladder he's got hidden there? I don't drink.
But he ends up getting on his knees and he grabs your head and he puts your mouth against his wrist. Make a will.
12. I rolled in that one.
Yeah. You don't even balk at the iron taste that's filling your mouth, and you are greedily drinking from his wrist. He finally pulls his wrist from you. Like, that is enough for now. What comes is the hard part. And he cuts his thumb, rubs it over his wrist, and it heals it. He bends down. He grabs you by the collar of your shirt or your armor. He just drags you over to a pit, and he drops you down into it. Yeah, you only take 1 point damage. And you're just laying there, and you're feeling this rush come over your body. And he's standing there. Miru walks up, and then some of the other band players walk up around the pit. They all have shovels.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
They start tossing dirt down on top of you. You
Bury
can feel it hit you in your chest, but you can't do anything. Make a will save.
23.
Okay. Right now you're like, oh, what a game, but it's not enough. But they keep shoveling dirt on top of you. And now it's hitting your face. But you can't move your head. It's
Can I at least close my eyes so I don't get dirt in my eyes?
yeah, you can close your eyes.
No, you're
But
blind.
you can feel it getting heavier on you, and it's now hitting your face. Roll another will.
23.
Okay. You're doing fine so far, but
Very nice.
you can really feel
Suavecito came with caramel.
you can really feel the heaviness of the dirt on top of you. And soon enough, it feels like that moment
His
when-
part was done.
you can feel like that moment when you got your shadows, that tightening in your chest as pressure is coming down on you, restricting your breathing. Roll another will.
24.
Okay. Wow, you're actually doing really good.
You just jinxed it with like a 1 the
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah,
And you've got that.
I was doing really good at the beginning of my
Then all of a
solo.
sudden, you're underneath there. And
Those bastards buried me alive.
you can't feel it. You can't
Very
move.
undead.
Buried me undead.
Dukotovich looks over at Meru. She has like a sad look on her face. It's like, do not worry, my pets. If he survives the next 3 nights,
3 nights?
he'll be stronger than ever. And that's where we end for the night. You have now been buried!
You buried me alive, and I can't even move.
Yeah.
You're on camera. Okay.
So yeah.
I wouldn't use the fork, that was my fault. But, yes.
Yeah, you still have it in the box.
Well, it's between the layers, so it's not actually touching the food. And then Louisiana Rub, honey barbecue.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there you go. The
Thank you. Put in the footage.
depending on your next 3 rolls will determine if you live or die.
Okay.
So I need you to roll a fortitude and a will.
And then a new character.
I got a cleric ready to go. Okay. So Fortitude, I just rolled a nat 20, so 31.
Okay.
And Will, I rolled an 18. So I'm probably going crazy. But I'm not dead. I'm not dead
You
yet.
managed to survive the first night or the first day, but you can't breathe, and you want to breathe, and you can't breathe, and you gain a point of madness.
Okay.
I need you to roll another fortitude and will.
Ugh. I am going to have to roll your character after this. I can feel it. 21 fort. 12 will. Okay.
You're starting to panic now. You take another point of madness. But you're okay, but mentally you're freaking
I'm
the fuck
losing
out.
it.
Yeah.
I'm losing it. I'm assuming I'm rolling again.
Yeah, one more time.
So 20 on the fortitude,
Mm-hmm.
24 on the will.
Okay. You're already freaking out to the point where nothing else is going to freak you out. And that is where we will end tonight. So you will find out what happens to you on the next episode of Oh, the Horror.
And what about what happens to Ro?
Well, he just goes to the underbelly.
Okay.
I'm just selling my shit. All right.
That's what last week, yeah.
So, that's it for hashtag Drunken Gaming. We will be back on October 11th, which is a Friday night. A little different than usual because I am going on a trip, so I won't be available there. So we got 2 more shows on Oh the Horror. So we'll see you guys on Friday the 11th. And then we'll wrap it up on the 26th, just in time for Halloween. Already working on the next treat for you guys after that as well. So we will see you guys in 2 weeks. And have a great night.
Probably have a new character. Like I said, I got
Take
a
it
cleric
easy.
planned, so.